What's up?
What's going on? It's just me and you today.
Oh, it's my computer.
Do you have food in your mustache? I think you have food in your mustache.
Might have been boogers. I was just blowing my nose.
That's the worst, isn't it? It's the worst. That's the absolute worst part of having a beard or a mustache. Is you got
your nose and stuff?
Yeah, it's like just stuck in your fucking mustache.
I never noticed either.
Yeah. How's it going, man?
Good, you?
Good. I having a tough week. I've increased all my my training and everything, and my fucking tendons are sore as fuck. I'm too old for this shit.
You just gotta fucking chill, like on the frequency. Just like train like 3 or 4 days a week, just fucking really hard, you know?
I want to get back on stage. Is that bad?
I mean,
you're the most honest person I know. I know what you're gonna say. You're like, come on, man, you're fucking old. Just wrap it up.
okay, this is my question to you. What is there to gain?
Nothing.
Just for
fun.
you. Just for you.
Just to be completely honest, there is absolutely zero to gain. I don't think I'm gonna win an Arnold or like fucking anything like that. It's just I wasn't and this is probably every retired athlete's problem is they don't like their last performance and they want to get a better performance, and it just keeps end up being worse and worse and worse.
What was your last showing?
The Arnold 2017.
You think you could be better than that now?
Oh, dude, that was the worst showing. That was the worst showing of my entire career.
I don't remember it being that bad.
Well, this is the thing. I tore my quad 3 weeks before that show.
Yeah.
So I couldn't train legs like the last 3 or 4 weeks. And I ate like, this is going to sound really stupid, but I ate like a pound of fucking potatoes, I think just before prejudge, like an hour before prejudging or 2 hours before prejudging. And it didn't agree with me at all. And I went on stage and I was like bloated, plus the fucking downsized legs.
Was this your idea to eat a pound of potatoes?
It might have been.
Did you think you were flat or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was one of those. It's the Arnold classic. I'm stressed the fuck out. This is going to make everything better.
You're trying to do something in the last minute.
Yeah. I'm like, I need to be fuller. Like this is, but the combination of the bloated stomach with the downsized legs.
It's a weird look, yeah.
Oh my God, man. It's just, I look at those photos.
That Arnold though.
My conditioning was bang on. Like John did an amazing job. We were shredded. Like,
yeah.
I actually think because of my conditioning, I thought I was actually fifth.
Yeah.
Because
sixth or seventh?
Sixth. But it was a smaller Arnold that year. But I was sixth. I think Juan was fifth.
Did Cedric win that year?
Yeah, it was the year Cedric won. And I thought Juan was a little off. I thought it could have been fifth, or even fucking like Lionel. I think Lionel was fourth. I thought Lionel was off too, but Lionel's got such a good,
kind of always off.
Yeah, but he had such good shape. Yeah. So anyway, the point is, you have that that last show is just dog shit, and you're like, I don't want to leave that as my like. Yeah. But then at the same time, I'm like. I've torn so many things. I'm like, can I be better than that anymore?
That's what. Okay, now this is my hypothetical. Now, what if you diet down and you're worse? So you get on stage, it looks worse. No, I mean, this is you have to.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah.
But you get down there, you get to stage, and you look worse. Then what? Do you do another one? Is it forever chasing the white rabbit forever?
Yeah,
you know?
No. I think if I do another one and like the prep goes well and the the loading phase everything goes well, and I get on stage at my best, but my best is just no longer good,
you'll be okay.
Yeah, that's different, right? But it's just like I know I fucked things up at the Arnold, so I'm like I just like to do one where I'm at my best, even if my best isn't the greatest of my career. You know what I mean?
No pounds of potatoes. That's all.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. So. I don't know. At the same time, I got to worry about my health and all this other stuff, but I can't get it out of my fucking head. And I'm still training really hard. I'm still eating like all my meals and everything. And I'm like, what's the fucking difference? You know what I mean? Like if I was only eating 3 times a day and I was like,
we both know that the food is, in terms of things that are strenuous on your body, the food is, other than pushing your weight up to 300 pounds from a dieting perspective, that's the least strenuous thing you're doing to your body.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's in my mind, it would be like, is it weighing the pros and cons? And it's like, if I potentially get there and don't, will I actually feel at ease? You know, and is it, like, am I putting myself in more, you know, potential harm that it really makes it worth it? It's like, I would have to weigh that out, you know?
Yeah. Well, I have been, and that's why.
Of course you have been, yeah.
That's why I keep in contact with my fucking doctor. Like, I have a nephrologist, right? So I get blood work done every 2 months.
Yeah.
And every 2 months, I talk to my nephrologist. For those of you who don't know what a nephrologist is, it's a kidney specialist. So he tells me, he's like, okay, you're good. You know, keep doing it. And he knows what I do for a living. And he fucking, you know, he knows I want to bodybuild and all stuff. And he's like, okay, keep doing what you're doing. You're fine. Or he's like, yeah, things are
rocky.
Things are a little bit fucked up. You should probably stop.
Mm-hmm.
So far, everything has been on a positive trajectory. Like, my numbers are all going in the right direction. My kidney values are actually getting better.
And do you want to halt that though?
I don't know what I'm doing that would be any different. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm eating 6 meals a day, I'm on like a normal stack, and I'm still training as hard as I've ever trained.
Yeah.
What's really holding me back?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how could I make it worse? If anything, if I was to actually focus on a show, my eating would probably get better instead of worse.
The only things you'd be worried about getting into that then obviously would be like using, you know, the drugs like Tren or diuretics or stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
If you can limit the use of those, I mean, then I don't see it any different than just, you know, pushing the training, eating like you are, and you know, taking a mild stack anyways. I don't see a huge variance there, you know?
Yeah. I didn't even want to, hey Ben, what's up?
Hey man.
I thought you were doing something I thought you were traveling. Are you still at home?
Yeah, it all changed around. I said we were actually expecting a delivery of gym equipment like any minute.
So you're home instead.
So I'm gonna be here to take the delivery. Well, to at least sort it out after I've done here. Yeah.
Yeah. So me and Iain were talking about me possibly competing again, which is funny because I didn't actually want to bring this up on the podcast because I don't want to be like Kai Green 2.0. Like, I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm competing and then like never compete. So I didn't actually want to talk about this, but because this thing is like, we're just talking to friends, I feel like, fuck it. We'll just talk about it.
Yeah.
And whoever's watching can do whatever they want with it.
No one watches anyway. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
If you were, what would you do? Toronto?
Yeah. I want to compete against you.
Yeah.
We're gonna settle it.
When is Toronto?
Okay. We picked a good time in your career and mine to settle this. This is okay.
It's like when Michael Bisping, do you follow UFC?
Yeah.
It's like when Michael Bisping fought Anderson Silva. Like, he's like already retired, and he's like, I beat Anderson Silva. I'm like, no, you didn't.
So wait, are you saying you're Anderson Silva and I'm just Michael Bisping then? You're the greatest of all time and I'm just Michael Bisping?
It was just an analogy. It wasn't. It's not like exact comparison. Okay, fine. I'll change it. It's more like when Mayweather was supposed to fight Pacquiao and they waited till like they were both old fucks. But you're not old, so I don't know. I don't know what the analogy is. Anyway, no, I don't. Like I said, it's not about winning or any. It's just, fuck. I'm already, like I said, I'm already training and eating anyways. I don't know what the fucking difference is. Right, Ben?
You could use that justification when you're 65. You might still be training and eating when you're 65, you know? You're like, well, I still eat 6 meals a day and train every day. Why not? You know?
Yeah. But I'm still, okay. I guess what I'm saying is I'm still eating and training at the same level almost.
At the level of a high level pro bodybuilder.
Yeah. So like.
What was your best look ever, period?
2015 Orlando. For sure. Like without
Okay, so that's there. Where do you think you can get to in relation to that?
If that is 100%, it really depends on, if we're assuming all my, like, I'm healthy and I like nothing holds me back, like my knees are okay and everything, I'd have to bring back my legs a little bit more, but I could probably get to 90% of that. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know. I really don't, because the last time I prepped, I felt much smaller. Like this last prep I did like in October, I was like, man, you're a lot smaller than you used to be, right? But I also did that with no off season. Like I just kind of decided to start dieting one day.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you're doing Toronto, you're going to get a good off-season in.
Well, it doesn't have to be Toronto. It could be like whenever my body, like whenever I'm ready, right? Like Toronto would be cool because the reason I said Toronto is not obviously not because I want to compete against Iain, but I mean, that would be fun, but not because I want to beat Iain. It's just because one, it would be fun because meeting our friends, but two, it would be close to home. So if I'm going to retire and that's going to be my last show, it'd be cool that like my family and friends could all be there. You know what I mean? So that's why I picked Toronto, but that's the only reason really. So I don't know. Could be something else. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just fucking around. Like I said, I'm training at the same level I was and eating at the same level I was. So I don't see what the difference is.
Are you allowed to enter your own show?
Am I what?
You're allowed to enter your own show.
Yeah. That's an amateur show.
You're an asshole. What's going on with you? What's going on with you guys? Anything new? Iain? Nothing?
No, not much. My kitchen's almost finished up here, which is nice. We got our custom hood vent put in. I can't really see.
Dude, is that the same kitchen that you were in?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Look at that counter.
That the island's nice, man.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot.
Yeah, that's what we're doing in our house. That's nice.
With the waterfall.
Yeah.
You got the custom hood vent cover and you got the floating shelves.
I love it.
We ordered a new oven, so excuse my ugly fucking oven, but
yeah, I get it. It's fine.
And then we did the same quartz up the backsplash as the counter, see?
Yeah, I get it. It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
So you went quartz instead of marble, obviously, right?
Quartz, yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted to do marble, and I'm like, I talked to the guy, and he's like, "Look, man, it's a porous stone, and if you spill a glass of wine or
man, you can stain it, and it's fucking so much more expensive. Like,
I don't want to get like, I'm not. I don't know. I like low maintenance stuff.
Yeah, quartz is good, man. Like, we paid a good price for this, especially because like I did the 2-inch miter around it, so like the whole thing is the 2-inch look.
Yeah.
Thick. Like you can see right here, like it's thick, you know.
Yeah, I love it. It looks great.
Yeah,
that's what I got in my basement kitchen. Has quartz. It's fucking awesome. You can put like hot pots and stuff on it. It doesn't fucking ruin it.
And then it was nice. We just did the same quartz right up the wall too, so it looks good.
Yeah. I can't believe you haven't moved. That's the same house.
The same house. Well, because this wall. So before I would sit in the kitchen. This is the kitchen I would sit. So where Melissa is, there was a wall this way. So there was a kitchen and then a dining room behind it. So you couldn't see that window there. That window was a separate room.
That's right. Wasn't the fridge over there?
The fridge was right where the sink is.
Yeah, that's right. Now I know. Yeah.
And then this wall here went to the ceiling.
Wow. So you changed a lot.
Living room, like my front door's over there. My living room, it went to the ceiling, that wall. And then this wall went from like here across and then across there where the sink is. And it was like this spot I'm sitting in is the kitchen. And then the back room was a separate room, which was the dining room where Melissa is right now.
Doesn't that fucking feel awesome, man? Your whole house. Your whole house looks different.
It's a completely different house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we knocked down all the walls, like opened it up. Like it's like, you know, completely different.
Dude, that's so much nicer because your last house had that, or not your last house, but the other kitchen had like the orange cabinets and shit.
Yeah, well, this house was built in 2000, so it was like those like what are they, cherry oak? What do you call them? Honey oak. So
yeah.
Cabinets.
Yeah.
And the kitchen was like, you know, small, kind of like the U kitchen with like a formal dining room behind it and a sitting room at the front and a living room. So, and this is a bungalow, so we're like, fuck it, let's just knock down all of that, make this room open, you know?
Yeah.
Sit like if you see here.
You sit in the living room and it's open to the kitchen.
Well, yeah. So like I have the TV put like here, so you can be sitting in the living room and your kitchen is right here.
Nice.
And this TV is on like a big thing, so like it swivels out like 2 feet. You know?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You can put it into the kitchen, so it's like, nice. And then we got like a sitting room at the back.
Oh, it's nice. I didn't see the back area. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
We're getting a house tour, Ben.
Yeah.
I know. I like it. I'm so reluctant to do any work on this house because I don't think we're going to stay here. You know.
We just got the hood vent put in yesterday, so one of my buddy's friends made that for us, custom, that hood vent cover.
I like it a lot, man. The house looks really good.
We're just waiting for. We got a new stove from Direct Buy because this is the one that was just in the house, like those old school ones with the back. You know, like.
Is it totally inappropriate if I ask you how much your kitchen costs?
No. All in all, we spent. Like, is this just? Are you talking just kitchen? Or are you talking?
Yeah, just the kitchen. Like to redo the kitchen with the appliance. Well, you haven't actually got all the appliances yet, but just to redo the kitchen.
All the appliances. So if you include the appliances and not include like bar stools and stuff like that, because obviously for the aisle we got 4 bar stools.
Yeah.
probably 55.
Yeah, that's what I got too. Okay.
What?
Well, we knocked down all the walls into the back room.
No, but I wasn't counting that.
Yeah, he's saying just the kitchen.
Yeah, just the kitchen's probably like 40.
50. Yeah.
No, where are you getting 15 for that back room? The back room was only 2,500 to knock out.
But if you don't have to knock down all the walls, that's like a lot of money.
You started domestic. Now.
I wasn't trying to start a domestic. I was just trying.
No, yeah, I think if you didn't count the knocking down of the walls, you might be like 45.
Yeah.
And then all the rest of the construction. But I mean, like knocking down those walls is part of what made this kitchen.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just asking because our house was built in same thing in 2000. Mm-hmm. And the kitchen's the same kind of thing. They have like a kind of a circle kind of island, and it's like small, and they have a dining room there. I'm like, I don't want the dining room. Just knock all this shit out, put a long fucking island in.
Yeah.
And we have a separate dining room, right?
Yeah.
So the guy gave me the same quote. He was like 50 grand.
Yeah. So I spent 22.5 on the contractor to do all the construction and all that stuff, like do the flooring back in, because we used to have like one of those swirled ceilings in here, you know?
Yeah.
So that we got all that flat, and then we got 20 pot lights put in. So I don't know if you can see the pot lights. We got 20 pot lights put in.
Yep.
So all the construction was 22.5. The cabinets were about 11, and the counters, if you count like all the backsplash, all the quartz, plus like the waterfall and all that, that was like 15.
You should do a YouTube video you should do a house tour for a YouTube video.
Yeah.
You don't do any of that shit, eh?
When we're 100% done, I got the new stove in, like a couple last things that I'll do one, but.
What kind of, this is so geeky for this fucking podcast, but I have to know. What appliances are you getting? Are you going with like Wolf or Gen Air or like?
No, it's a Samsung, the one we got.
Samsung, okay.
What's our fridge here again?
We're not really like.
No, the fridge isn't.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, the fridge is new. Like, I like the fridge. We got like a double doors is nice.
Yeah.
The dishwasher was already new, and then I got like in the island.
Why are you laughing, Ben?
It's the microwave, so I put the microwave in the island.
Well, yeah, I like that.
Why? Like, sink.
You got to change the title of the podcast for this episode.
and then I put like the bar thing in the.
Oh, you got a wine? Is that a wine fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But I mean, obviously, it's just full of like fucking Diet Coke. So.
That's so fun. I have a wine fridge in my island too. It's exactly the same thing we have in it, just Coke and like fucking drip, pop and shit.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? Because are we geeking out right now, Ben?
Yeah, mate. You it's got to change to like
it's like a home,
like DIY and bollocks is what it should be called.
Well, I'm interested, man. We've been renovating this house since we fucking moved in 2 years ago. I thought you built. Why did I think you built that? No, because I took a photo in a lot, like before we bought this house, that we were going to buy the lot and then build a house.
Yeah. See, that's what that's what we want to do. That's why I don't want to do anything cosmetic to the house or structurally to the house.
Yeah.
It's because we want to actually buy a piece of land and then build eventually
I was advised against that because I'm on a budget. And my brother's like, inevitably, when you
need to buy the land outright before you can get a mortgage to build on a property.
Well, no, but it wasn't that part. My brother was like, look, if you try and build a house, you want everything.
Yeah.
You're going to want this, you're going to want that, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, the $1 million budget you had or whatever your budget is now 1.5 and you're fucked. So we were like, okay, he's like, just buy a house for now. And then later, if things are better, you can, build something that you want. So we end up buying this house, which is, like I said, a little bit older. And we've just been gutting and renovating and fucking for 2 years straight now.
Yeah.
You know that swirl shit you're talking about on the ceilings?
Yeah.
So in this house, it was like a Italian couple that built it from scratch. And they had that like, it's on the wall. It's like a plastered kind of style.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a swirl marks, but like it's on the wall, not on the ceiling.
Yeah.
I had to pay a guy a fortune to come in and it's all over the house.
So they filled it, right? They sealed it.
He had to sand the entire fucking house and then re-skim it all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so for like probably the first 3 months I lived here, the house was just full of dust and like
dust everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Just fucking a nightmare.
Because this entire ground floor, like it's a pretty big size bungalow, and this whole ceiling in the whole house was all swirled ceilings.
Yeah.
So like when we went to put the pot lights in, we obviously had to get rid of the swirled ceilings, like because they're gonna put holes in the ceiling and it's gonna fuck with the, so it's like you just gotta skim it anyways,
That swirl shit's old school anyway. It's nicer like
the guy who built this house, like we're the second owner, the guy that built it before us owns a chain of home hardwares, or owned a chain of home hardwares. His son owns them now, and he built this house here. So he had like, and it's like weird shit. Like you can't see it from here, but like all the corners are round.
Oh yeah.
So we have like rounded corners, no square corners everywhere. And we had swirled ceilings and like shit like that. So. But I mean, when he moved out, he replaced all the floors with this nice engineered hardwood, so that we kept. But
that's nice, yeah.
Just a pain in the ass when we did the kitchen. We had to find that same flooring to fill it in, And the only place we could find it was like Toronto. It was like fucking $15 a square foot or something ridiculous,
Yeah.
So we went like 7 boxes. It was like $2,000.
Yeah, but that's what good hardwood costs, though. I mean,
yeah, exactly. So, and it's not like we need to do the whole thing. We only needed 100 square feet worth. So
yeah. So Ben, what's going on with you? Are you back on a blast or what?
Yeah, I'm beat to shit. I done 3 days training. I feel like I got hit with a fucking train. I'm just busted. I took like a month of like my training was all just real sub-maximal, right? So then we're now just back in the depths of it again. And I feel good. I feel strong. But god damn, I wake up the next day, I'm like, shit.
How long does it take you? How long were you off for?
4.5, 5 weeks, I think. Basically, all of February. And then the end of January.
I noticed that the older I got, like probably when I hit 35, maybe, I noticed that the older I got, the longer it took to feel shit again when I went off. Like if I went off and then I went back on, it took longer to start feeling like that fully on feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Do you know what's weird? I actually had more injuries during my off time. Like I had more niggles, I had more little like trying to hold back. I was getting more things wrong with me, and my elbows were hurting me more. This hurt me. Now I started training properly again. Like, everything feels like it's just I don't know.
But do you think it's because you're trying to hold back, or do you think it's because you're off? Because I don't feel like I have the same.
I wasn't off long enough for my levels to really drop that much. And if they did drop, I got my results back end of February, and my testosterone was at the low end of normal. So I wasn't down to 1 like James was. I think I was in like the 30s. So, and my last jab's like midway through January. I'm still holding kind of super maximal test levels for 2-3 weeks of that.
Yeah. I'm going to throw some bro science at you. So when you're on, you're retaining more water. Isn't that why your joints will feel better?
Yeah, no, that's partly, I was still trying to move some of my heavy sets, but just not take them to failure, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what some of the problem was. I probably was trying to maintain my absolute strength, and I probably should have pulled it back to like 80% of that and still taking it sub-maximal. But I was trying to do 100% of my normal set weight, but slice off like the last 2 reps, and I just couldn't. I was just getting busted off.
Yeah, but isn't that the advice we give people when they say like, how do I keep my size in my off cycle? Don't we say like you should try and keep training at your maximal output? Isn't that one of the things that one of the advisements that we give people?
I think yes, to a point, but then I think if I'm squatting 6 plates and benching 4, then there's a upper limit to it, because the joints are still taking that load, right? So okay,
the ligaments and all that are taking, but the recovery is a little impaired. So it's like and the strength is still there, but the recovery is not quite the same. So it's like you're putting the same strain, but with less ability to recover on those and the inflammation, stuff like that. So I can see that. I was the same, and when I was off, I was training less volume and not going 100% on my top end set, but really trying to keep the weights heavy. And like by the end of that, I was off for 10 weeks. And by the end of it, like my fucking joints and shit, like I was so sore, man. I've been back on 2 weeks and I feel like an entirely new man.
Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not arguing with you guys. I just trying to give people watching, because this question comes up a lot. What should I do when I go off? Should I keep eating the same? Should I keep training the same? So I'm trying to kind of just narrow down exactly what you guys are saying for them. Mm-hmm. Are you saying like you should scale back your weights like to 80% instead of 100? Are you saying go 100 but take the volume way down?
See, I mean, in my opinion, this is going to be kind of case specific because I mean, it really depends. Like, where are you in your bodybuilding career? Are you like really young? Are you a little older? Like, you know, someone that's your age, or are you 18? You know, did you just do a long competitive season where you were on and training hard for 10 months? You know, or did you just do a 12-week cycle? You know, like it really depends. I mean, I think if you did an entire year, say you were competing from, you know, January to September to the Olympia, you know, then I think giving your body a little more of a break from that high end training would be a little more advantageous. Where I think if you just did like your 12-week cycle of test and NPP and you know, you're coming off now, I think to try and keep those things as heavy as possible and keep that effort high will be more realistic and not as damaging, right?
Do you guys, a separate question completely. Do you guys like Primo?
If it's good, yeah.
Ben's eyes just lit up like it is.
He loves Primo though. Ben, I know Ben loves Primo, yeah.
I've heard him talk about it before,
yeah. Primo, Luke and I when we found good Primo, we fucking
bought all of it.
We cleaned it up. Yeah, that was
yeah, that's the thing. If you get good Primo, it's good. If not, it's one of those ones where it's like it's so highly garbage, you know.
I wonder if I've tried Primo that gives me more water retention. I don't feel like that should be the case.
No.
Yeah, so it's probably crap, right?
Could just be a bunch of test prop, yeah.
Yeah, because I know like I've used good Primo before, and I'm like, this doesn't feel right, man. I shouldn't be like watery at all. I shouldn't be
Did you start other stuff with it? Like, could it be something else?
No. It was just the one switch, right? So I'm like, this doesn't feel right. But what limits? What are the? I mean, obviously it's going to be different for everybody, but for guys at our level, our size, what is like a proper limit? Because I know some guys are like 450, some guys are like fucking 900. Like, I don't know where that number is because I'm not really a big Primo guy.
Well, you mean dose per week? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's certainly the higher compared to something like a Deca or a Trend. You wouldn't be at the 200-300. I'd be more.
So for somebody,
5.
So for somebody like 250 pounds, let's say an intermediate or advanced lifter, you're probably going to be in the upper over 500s.
Yeah, 4 to 6.
5 to 600, and that gets expensive if it's real Primo, you know.
Yeah. Is that you think that's why guys don't use it, or guys just don't? Because
it's hard. One, it's hard to find, like you said, real. You can find a bottle that says Primo on it, but whether it's real or not is one thing. And then the double-edged sword to that is, well, one, it's expensive, and two, it might not even be fucking real. So the risk of that. Same with growth hormone as well, right?
I was literally going to say the same as growth hormone.
Well, I feel like this is going to sound fucking crazy, but I feel like growth hormone's easier to find than real Primo.
I would agree.
Because there's
it's easier to fake Primo.
Yeah. I would. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like there's more pharmacy GH available.
Yeah.
Than there is like good Primo.
Yeah.
I don't even know what is there pharmacy Primo?
Yeah, there is still around, right? Yeah.
Is it a
stuff and
this? This is going to sound funny. This is how little I know about steroids. Is Primo a vet drug or a human drug?
It's a human drug.
Right. So you can get it at a pharmacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is how little I know about Primo because I've never done it. Because people always.
Are you doing it right now?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I was thinking about starting it, but I'm talking about. The reason I'm asking is because I'm so used to doing cutters and bulkers. I didn't know. I didn't know where it fit, and is it cutter or bulker? I don't know. So that's
it can be whatever you want to be.
Whatever you want it to be. Yeah, it's
like EQ. Just use it whenever, you know.
No, but I also
I would utilize it in both scenarios.
No, I know.
I
just started my beginning of my bulking phase, and I'm using Primo right now.
Yeah, no, I'm joking around about that. What I am serious about though is, I think one of the reasons I never used it that much is I was using way too little.
Yeah.
Because usually it's like 100 milligrams a dose, and I would do like 3 times a week and like 300 milligrams, and I'm like, I'm not feeling shit. Yeah. But I didn't know it was supposed to be like that upper level. So I'm like,
it's super mild, right? It's very part of the beauty of it is it's so mild.
Exactly.
Which means it's not. That means it's mild in terms of how anabolic it is, but also in terms of the side effects you're going to get from it, and how much it impacts your blood work, which means you can run it for longer. And that's where I think the payoff comes from it. It's much more, much less toxic on your body, and you can run a more productive, longer cycle using it.
But is it still less toxic if you're in those upper limits? Yeah.
And what?
Well, as I don't know, something else that you would use in the off season, like some other bulker.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd rather use high dose Primo than a low dose Deca. Right.
I would agree.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's do some. You know what's funny? I put this up like literally an hour ago, and I'm fucking blown. There's 478 comments.
I reposted it on my story too for people to go to it.
Well, that must be why.
Yeah. Well, me.
The Iain effect.
The Iain effect. Okay. What exercises do you hate the most?
Like hate to do the most, or do I cringe the most when I see?
No, let's say hate to do the most.
Hate to do the most. I mean, I hate training arms. So anything arm wise is fucking boring as shit. I don't want to do it. But it's not difficult. So I don't hate doing it the most, I guess, in that aspect.
Do you hate training arms when you have a great arm pump though?
No, I like the feeling of a good arm pump, obviously. Yeah. But like my arms is just like, I don't know. It's just
I don't like training arms, but sometimes
I'll get bored of shit doing it.
Yeah. Same here. But sometimes I'll get like a really, really good arm pump, like one of those not normal ones. And I'm like, then I love training arms.
Yeah. Well, lately too, I don't know what it is, my fucking right wrist, like I have like no supination in it, and it's fucking hard to like do anything, like curling, anything. It's fucking killing my wrist. So I haven't been able to do a lot for curls and stuff, unless it's like dumbbell or things that like rotate, you know?
Yeah.
I can't do anything on like fixed bars or even like a cambered bar. Like I can't fucking hold it. So
what's Melissa eating? Is somebody's always eating on this podcast?
Yeah, she's eating.
No, don't look at me.
Hi.
Hi. I'm eating egg whites.
She's eating egg whites with a disgusting amount of ketchup.
That's smart. See, that's why Melissa knows. That's what I would do too.
Her ketchup feeds.
I actually hate that Iain hates ketchup.
I don't like ketchup.
It annoys me.
I hate ketchup.
Why does it annoy you?
Because every time I use it, he tells me I use a disgusting amount and it smells like shit.
I hate the smell of it. So I'm like sitting next to her eeating, and she fucking like piles the ketchup, and I can like smell it. I'm like,
not even that much ketchup.
She eats like 150 grams of egg whites with like 100 grams of ketchup.
I'm only laughing because I do the exact same thing. I think it's fun. I don't know what it is. Eggs and ketchup go together though.
Yes.
No, I mean, I don't like eggs to begin with. So I mean,
you don't like eggs?
I would always pick sriracha, like something with a little more spice, over a ketchup any day.
Ew.
Really?
Oh my God. Not even an option to me. Yeah.
But you don't even like eggs, so you're weird.
No, I don't like scrambled eggs and stuff. No.
Do you like any type of egg?
I mean, I would like a nice fried egg on toast. Yeah.
Okay.
Or like a egg sandwich of some kind, you know, like a breakfast sandwich. Sure.
That's kind of cheating though. It's a sandwich.
Well, yeah. So
all sandwiches are good.
Yeah.
Ben, do you like eggs?
I love eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Ketchup.
And I do. Yeah. It's okay. The only meals I put any condiments on are eggs.
That's what I started doing.
Are dry, but eggs are the only things I can eat it.
I put sriracha on every meal I eat.
Yeah, I think like hot sauce and sriracha and stuff doesn't count because it's like calorie free almost.
Yeah.
I used it was weird. I used to do that, and then I did this prep, and then when I came out, I think when we were in the hospital when Phoenix was born, I had all my meals, and I forgot to pick up any sauces. I didn't put anything on for like 3 days straight, and I just didn't get back into doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put a disgusting amount of salt on everything now.
That's what I do
I'm
too.
like 10, 12 twists. Yeah. It's a lot.
I find that the salt is a good replacement for the condiments, but I can't. Yeah. It doesn't make my egg whites taste better. My egg whites have to have ketchup.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm almost offended if I forget to put salt on a meal now. I'm almost offended. I can't eat it. I'm offended by it. I'm like, this is fucking disgusting with no salt. It's so odd.
James got fired. If you guys hadn't noticed.
Yeah, where is he?
I got shit on by like 18 fucking people on the last podcast because
James for his rice cakes.
Oh my God. I didn't even, it's funny. I heard it during the podcast. Me and Ben are talking. Dude, he's like in the mic like this. And he's just crunching fucking rice cakes, and I'm like, oh my God.
Wait,
I'm surprised the Instagram guy hasn't made some memes with this yet.
He probably will. He probably will.
but hang on, did you go back and listen to it? Because I never listened to episodes that we've recorded, right?
Yeah.
And I saw this thing, I'm like, was it that bad? So I pulled the laptop up with Denise, and I'm like, what is it? I couldn't hear him crunching.
I heard it while we were talking. Like when we're on the podcast, me and you were talking, and all I could hear is this like crunch every time you took a bite of the fucking rice cake, and I'm like, oh my God.
A lot of people on YouTube are so fucking picky with like, even if your video is like slightly not 1080p, they're like mad, or if your sound quality's not amazing, they're like 2 minutes, they're like, well, I'm not watching it. It's like,
okay, the 1080,
I do feel like they were really fussy over it.
Yeah.
Okay, the 1080p thing, I'm on your side, Ian, because I'm like, okay, give me a break. It's a podcast. We're just sitting here talking. Like, it doesn't have to be like crystal fucking clear 4K video. But if I was listening to a podcast, especially if you guys, I don't know if you guys ever listen to it audio.
Yeah, if you're doing sound only, I guess that could be.
If you're doing sound only and there's like somebody's crunching fucking 7 rice cakes. Yeah. You know, you might get like.
It was like for what? It was like for 10 minutes. It wasn't the whole podcast. I think they were, because there was a big. There was like a lot of people complaining about it. I mean, you guys.
You know what I find the funniest about it? Because I had to watch it back when I was doing the timestamps. Is he was trying to be quiet. He kind of like would put his head down and like try and bite into the rice cake. So it's quiet, but it was like, you can't make it quiet. It's all right. It's a rice cake. So anyway.
So he's actually he's now, that's it. He's gone. He's
fired.
Everyone complaining. The cancel culture has fucked James off now, right?
No. You guys did it to yourself. You should be happy about it.
Yeah. Good job.
Cancel culture will never get us. We talk about the dumbest shit on here. It won't ever. No, James is busy today, so that's why. If you could only have 5 songs in a playlist, what would they be?
Oh, I can't answer this question. I'm bad.
Why? Why?
I don't music very much. Like, I don't know music well, you know?
You don't like music?
I don't work out to music or anything, so I don't really know.
Really?
No, I always train with a partner lately, and even when I didn't, I never wear headphones. I don't know.
I feel like everything I do is connected to music.
Yeah. Like, I might listen to some music on the way. Like, I'll put on a Spotify playlist, just like a random, like, fucking, you know, like hip-hop playlist or something, like hard, like bangers or something, you know, fucking.
But you're one of those guys that probably doesn't even pay attention to it while it's playing. It's just playing in the background.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes if there's like something good that's hyping me up, I'll fucking crank it up in the car driving there. But I mean,
what is that?
What?
Can you name what that might be?
I don't know. I need to even go on my Spotify.
Okay, Ben, you go. What's your? Well, you don't listen to music either, Ben.
No, I do. Yes, I do. I have a playlist now that I use when I train.
What's on it? What's your top 5?
So I would have like more one from an artist, right? So I'd have an Architects song on there. I'd have an Eminem song on there. I'd have a Biggie song on there.
Okay.
Recently, that's what I've been on the biggest. That's what you can see on mine. It's like all I've done Eminem, like Eminem show, like old Eminem. Yeah.
I heard cancel culture. Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
No, I go Royal Blood as well. They're a British like rock, heavy metal band.
I heard cancel culture is going after Eminem.
Why?
Really?
Well, because if you think about
cancel culture rappers, though, they're fucking rapping about the.
I think it's great because Eminem's just going to tell them to go fuck themselves. I think it's awesome. I can't wait to see how this plays out.
Are they trying to?
Well, because he's had lyrics in his songs that are offensive to fucking these new people who are all.
That's his whole point. That's his whole shtick.
Listen, I get it. I'm not. I love Eminem. He's like fucking. I have every fucking album, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know what they're chasing, and I don't know what they expect to get because he's probably going to tell them to fucking lick his balls. Like, they're not going to.
You're not going after somebody that gives 2 shits about offending anyone. So.
He'll make a song about it and tell them to fuck off. Like, he doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
But I love that about him because it's getting so outrageous that I'm glad somebody might just be like, you know what, fuck you, I don't care.
This is like the memes I'm seeing going around right now about like how they're trying to cancel Dr. Seuss, but then how WAP was the most like popular song in 2020.
I know. Okay, so Eminem, Biggie, and you have 2 British bands. All right, I'm probably a Disturbed, Metallica, Wu-Tang Clan, Eminem, Yeah, there's 4.
Here, I'll go to my on repeat. Okay, this is what I got on my on repeat that I've been listening to the most. D12, Redman, Sean Paul, Birdman, Lil Wayne, D12, Eminem, French Montana, Tech Nine, Dr. Dre, Eminem.
French Montana. I'm not okay with some French Montana.
1 or 2 songs.
Obi Trice, Kanye West.
Sometimes shit gets mixed in that doesn't really belong, but you might, like you listen to fucking, what's his name?
I don't know.
Who?
Justin Bieber.
Yeah. No, I don't. So I joke about that one, but I actually do listen to some Christina Aguilera songs. I don't give a shit. I'm joking with your life on that.
Christina Aguilera, "Dirty" is like one of the most hyped gym songs ever, though.
We should all go to our shuffle and just hit shuffle and see what song comes up.
Okay.
So go to your iPhone and just hit shuffle and see what the first song that comes up is.
Where? What do you mean?
Like if you go to your library, if you go to library and go to songs.
Yeah.
Air Force One.
Are you on?
That's a great song.
You're doing is that on iTunes or Spotify?
It's iTunes.
I went on Spotify.
I don't use that. I just
go on Spotify and do it. That's fine. I don't care.
Then next I forgot about Dre.
Okay, that's good. I'm probably gonna get like Kelly Clarkson or something by accident.
Shuffle.
What do you got, Ben? I'm scared to do mine now.
Absolute Zero.
Who's Absolute Zero?
Stone Sour.
I know that. Why do I know that?
That's metal.
Pantera. Breaking Benjamin. Papa Roach.
Those are all good.
That's good stuff.
Okay, let me see. Shuffle. Nirvana.
There you go.
Yeah, that's all right. Good. I didn't get a shitty one. Yeah, all the next ones are all pretty. Oh, I got a Justin Timberlake, like 5 down.
Which one?
Future Sex.
Some of Justin Timberlake stuff's good though.
Future Sex, Love Sound.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake's awesome though, so I'm not hating on that.
All right, good. Let's move on.
My whole fucking Netflix is now fucked.
Why?
What?
So you know what we just did with Spotify, and it comes up with like what you're kind of, it fits it to you. Yeah. Well, now we have Baby Shark.
Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
And we have
put stuff on for his baby.
Oh, Baby Shark is a show.
Cocomelon. Yeah, but Denise uses
Netflix.
You heard the Baby Shark song.
Yeah. No, I don't.
She uses our. Don't. You're not missing.
You don't know the Baby Shark song?
No, man. Why the fuck would I? I don't have kids.
No.
I'm 30 and I don't have kids. I fucking know Baby Shark.
How do you know Baby Shark?
Baby Shark, doo 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 doo. I'm gonna get Ben fucking PTSD over here.
Yeah, it's traumatic. So, but the thing is, Denise puts it on for the baby on our profile. I'm like, make the baby his own fucking profile. So, so I go on to like, it comes up like suggested shows, and they're all like Cocomelon and Baby Shark and all this other bullshit. Yeah. Fuck my Netflix. It was good before. Now it's gone.
I got to know what this is now.
He's getting Baby Shark up.
I have to
go on YouTube. Yeah.
God. I have to know what this is.
Look how many views the Baby Shark song has, by the way.
8 billion views.
Oh, I know.
8 billion. Yeah. It's the most viewed thing on YouTube.
I didn't know it counted to 8 billion. What the fuck?
Yeah. Baby Shark fucking goes, man. This is crazy shit.
See, you thought we had good numbers.
Yeah, we're shit. 1 second. Is this Baby Shark?
There you go.
Mommy shark, do 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 do, mommy shark.
Wow, this is really annoying. Oh my god.
And it just like Baby Shark, Daddy Shark, Mommy Shark, Grandma Shark. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is fucking horrible.
Kids love this shit, man.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right. Are they gonna have to do like a transgender, like a gender neutral shark as well?
Neutral shark.
I feel bad for you, Ben. You got to listen to that all fucking day. Jeez.
No, only when we can't be bothered to deal with him.
Then you put it on and he's
Baby
quiet.
Shark.
He's quiet.
Well, if we both have to go like get dressed or something and we're rushing, then we throw that on to like occupy him for something. But for the most part, we don't have him in front of the TV.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? I used to be that asshole guy, like 10 years, I'm still an asshole, but like 10 years ago, if I saw somebody like Paul, for example, when he first like had his kids, and a few years ago, he would take them to McDonald's. I'd be like, why are you taking your kids to McDonald's, man? I'm like, don't feed your kids that shit. Or they would have an iPad with them all the time. And I'm like, why, you shouldn't give your kids an iPad like all day long, right? Something like that. And then I realized I was being that fucking dick that doesn't have kids.
Yeah.
That doesn't understand that sometimes you just want them to be quiet.
Yeah.
So now I'm like,
it's hard.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It is hard because I don't want him eating junk food, and especially this, I don't want the shitty programs on, but you get to that point, and I don't do much of the leg work, right? Because I'm working so much.
Yeah.
Denise doesn't work right now, so she looks after, and she doesn't have time to do anything herself.
Yeah.
So sometimes she puts something on so that she can actually go and brush her fucking teeth, right?
Yeah.
It's literally like that extreme.
Yeah.
So I can't complain.
But I'm just saying, like,
it's a little part-time.
Yeah. I think it's just funny that people, and I was one of them, are always like, oh, you shouldn't have your kid on an iPad, or you shouldn't give your kid that treat, and I'm like, I think until you have kids, and I somehow realized that, even though I don't have kids, but I realized I was being a dick, because I'm like, I guess if your kid's in the back seat of the car screaming all day long, they want McDonald's, eventually you're just gonna like give in. You know what I mean? Like,
as long as it's not too often, I think that's
no, I don't mean like every time you pass the fucking place. I'm just saying, like, I think once in a while those things are, or the iPad, for example, is like, they're gonna need an iPad to fucking keep them busy, right?
I mean, sure. Like, I really didn't want him in front of a screen, especially this early. He's 4.5 months. Denise handed him off to me the other day, and I was trying to do work on my laptop, and he was fussed. I couldn't get him to settle, so I put YouTube up, and I put Jungle Book on, the sing-along stuff, the original Jungle Book.
Yeah, and
he's like that on it.
Like, yeah, but that's exactly my point. Is you're probably thinking the same way I am. You're like, oh man, I don't want to be in front of the screen all day long, but yeah, if it keeps them like occupied for fucking half an hour or something, and yeah,
he loved it. He was.
What is the biggest pet peeve when driving? Example: tailgating, slow drivers.
Oh, people that drive in the faster lane, the left lane, and when you like are coming up behind, they are completely oblivious to that. They need to move over for you to pass them. Yeah. Even when you're like, which I hate admitting I do sometimes, when you right side pass them, they still don't even notice, and when you pass them, they still don't move over.
That's annoying to me, but I got a bigger one. So I drive on the 401 a lot, which is like the main highway here. I can't stand people that drive in my blind spot.
Yeah.
So like, if you're on the highway and you're in the left lane and you're driving fast, and somebody like comes up or if you move over to the right, they don't want to pass you because they don't want to speed, right? They want you to be the car in front.
Yeah. But
they won't drive behind you. They'll drive just in your blind spot.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And they'll stay there. And it drives me fucking insane. Like I just completely lose my mind. I got to slow all the way down. I'll slow all the way down.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm like, I just want you to pass me and leave me alone. I don't want you near my car.
I got one to add to this. It's good given the current climate is people that drive alone with masks on.
I've seen that a bunch too.
Do people do that? I've not seen that.
Oh my God.
Really?
Texas. Oh. We live in Canada.
Yeah. Texas is like, they don't give a fuck.
Shit. As of next Wednesday, Texas is a no masks.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah.
Everyone moved to Texas. Come on in.
I want to, man.
That'd be nice.
But I can't deal with people on their phones.
Really?
Texting and driving.
Yeah.
I don't know if that bothers me. I don't know how often I've run into it. I think.
Yeah, because you do it. Do you do it?
Yeah, I do it.
That's why it doesn't bother you. You're the guy.
No, but I'm conscious at a red light. Like if I pick up my phone, I'm like, I always make sure I'm not the guy that's like sitting there while the light's green.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it drives me nuts when people are like driving along there and they're just they're distracted.
Yeah. I can see that. Okay, on 3. Name your favorite women's division. 1, 2, 3.
Figure.
Wellness.
Physique.
We're all different. Are you serious? I thought we'd all be the same. Why? Ian, you said
Ian had to say.
Yeah, Ian had to say figure.
Wait, I knew you guys were going to say that. But even before, and you can attest to this, even before that would have still been my answer. Yeah.
Figure?
Yeah.
And Ben,
I just find it's the best combination of like femininity with muscularity, you know?
Yeah.
Like where I think when you start to get to the upper echelons of physiques, some girls, not all, but I guess you do this in figure, start to lose that femininity. And the bikini is too much femininity with not enough focus on muscularity and training for me.
Yeah, but I picked wellness.
Yeah, wellness, sure. I mean, I haven't seen enough wellness to like, you know.
I should have picked fitness, shouldn't I?
Are you guys fucking... Okay, wait a minute. Okay, Ian, you're out of this conversation because Melissa's standing right there.
Hang on. What are we saying? Hang on. No, wait. Are we contextualizing this as in favorite, as in
from a sexualized standpoint?
What do you mean?
Well, I thought that's how I took it. I don't know.
I'm going as a coaching like athlete / which one do I appreciate the most? Is in
yeah, I was thinking that too. That's what I meant. Like
the McDonald's division, the wellness division. Girls can eat the McDonald's leg days and cheat meals.
That's right. See, that's why. No, but all right. Well, that kind of ruined everything. I was thinking on a different level.
Okay, well in that case, no, not physique for me then. If we're banging them, then no.
Attractiveness. I'm not going to be upset.
Did you hear that?
What'd she say?
She's like, you can change your answer if it's about attractiveness. I'm not going to be upset.
Oh, see how nice she is.
Women's bodybuilding.
Okay, are we talking? Okay, you guys are talking from a coaching standpoint, like watching a sport.
Yeah, if you're watching,
I appreciate.
What do you think is the nicest?
As far as watching a sport, yeah, I think I would go with figure also. Yeah, or physique. I like both, honestly. As far as like
I like both.
As far as watching,
especially physique, like physique, maybe like 3-4 years ago, especially, you know.
Well, even now, I still like it. I just think, like when I look at bikini, I just don't. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I'm like, okay, there's tits and ass, and they're all walking around, but I don't know what is really being judged. Where when I look at figure and physique, I'm like, okay, there's some fucking hard work and criteria that's gone into this.
Yeah. Well, this also goes for me on the sexual side of it because, as you know, I don't like very small girls. I'm into the bigger girls, and none of those bikini girls be big enough for me, you know.
Yeah, but if we're talking about the sexual side of things, I'm going to just change my answer to wellness.
Yeah, if I'm going sexual side of things, I'm going down to the bikini girls for a sexual kind of.
Really?
I'd probably go wellness if we're talking from a sexual perspective. From other perspective, I'd probably take figure.
Ben, you'd go bikini?
Yeah.
You like tiny little girls like that?
A little wank toy, yeah.
I mean, it's hard not to say some of those top bikini girls are not obviously very, very good looking.
Oh, no one's saying that, but yeah. I just we're talking about personal preferences, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you think shoulder presses are essential for putting mass on the shoulder?
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't think anything is essential. Do I think it's the optimal way to put mass on the shoulder? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Godzilla or King Kong, who wins?
I mean, I think Godzilla would win, but I think King Kong wins.
Godzilla can fucking shoot fire from his fucking mouth?
I know. And ratio-wise, I thought Godzilla was a lot smaller or King Kong was a lot smaller than Godzilla. But in the movie, they have them the same size. Yeah,
but you could shoot fire from your mouth, man. Who's gonna beat you?
Godzilla?
But if King Kong can get on his and he put his jaws, he's more dexterous. He's got more weapon, more.
He's got opposable thumbs, bro.
He's got to be able to take his back.
Yeah,
it's becoming
rear naked chokehold and.
Yeah, because Godzilla's got T-Rex syndrome, so he's only got little arms, and he can just.
Oh no, man! He's got a
Ray. He's got better distance control. If you can control the distance, then he's good. But if King Kong can close the distance and get inside, then
he's got a fucking weapon though, man. King Kong doesn't have any weapons. He's just strong.
Yeah, that is his weapon.
That's the weapon.
Yeah,
that's the weapon.
Okay, 1 second.
He's a fucking 10 bajillion pound ape. That's a weapon.
Let me see. So this is King Kong. This is King Kong here. All right.
Well, no, type in King Kong versus Godzilla.
Right here.
Yeah, there.
That's a T-Rex. That's not Godzilla.
No, that's not Godzilla. Type it in because it'll show pictures from the movie.
I'm trying to see the size of King Kong.
Well, yeah, but they scaled it for this movie, so you have to look at this specific one.
All right.
See?
Right here. But see, he could just shoot fire at his face at this point.
Yeah, but yo, fucking King Kong is about to lay that right hook, man. Look at that.
Yeah, but he just shoots him in the face with fire and it's over.
Yeah, but he's too late already, man. Look at that. He's got him. He's got that speed, you know.
It's too late already. What do you think, Ben?
With the uppercut.
Look at how fucking menacing Godzilla is. Are you crazy?
It's fucking terrifying. I mean, yeah, obviously, if this wasn't a movie, well, I mean, if this was a movie, this would be ridiculous. But I mean, if this was based off the original movies, I would see Godzilla all day. Twice.
If this wasn't a movie, if it was real, if this was real,
real life. A 400-foot dinosaur.
See, look at this right here. Boom, he's shooting him in his dick. He's like, "Fuck you, bitch."
I feel like that they've made that an unrealistic. I mean, it's very unrealistic anyway. But the fact you can shoot fire is.
You just said it again.
It was
I feel like this is unrealistic.
No, it was unnecessary. Wait, it's unnecessary though, right?
What is?
It's all okay. Having them.
Man, he's like king of the beast, man. He's got to have some fucking cool thing up his sleeve like that.
Look at him. He's like, look at him. He's like, "Fuck you, get out of here."
Yeah, but there's no need to have him shoot fucking fire out his mouth as well.
That's how badass he is, man. Look, he's ready at the go. I got to go Godzilla. Well, sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm going Godzilla
because
he has
Godzilla because he cheats. Yeah,
he cheats.
There's no cheating in a battle to the death, Ben.
Yeah, but
this is gouge eyes, kicking the nuts. This is everything.
There's so many pictures of him just shooting him with fire.
Well, look. Okay, well, Godzilla's gouging nobody in the eye with those little stumps, you know.
No, but maybe
that's where King Kong's got the advantage.
Maybe King Kong is like impenetrable to this fucking fire shit, you know?
No, he's just an ape. He's gonna burn. His hair's gonna get all burnt and shit. He's not. Doesn't have like.
He's not just an ape.
He's a fucking big ass ape, man. He might have some other special tools. Maybe he's got like fucking steel skin, you know.
But now you're making shit up.
Yeah, but they like shoot him with guns and shit in the movies, and he's fine. So maybe
yeah, but a gun is not Godzilla's flamethrower. It's different.
Is it even fire?
It looks like
the new ones. It's like a blue.
Yeah, it's like a blue ray beam.
Yeah, it's like a fucking ray
beam, like a rail gun. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna go Godzilla.
Yeah, I'm with you, Godzilla.
All right. Solving all the world's problems. At what this is so stupid. At what point does a nap become a sleep?
A what?
At what point does a nap become sleep?
Anything over 2 hours is a sleep.
Shit, I think anything over an hour.
I mean, I take like 2 hour naps almost every day.
I think is the time of day matter though?
Well, no, because like, what if you worked shift work and you sleep 8 hours during the day? Like,
yeah, but what if I go to bed at like midnight, but I have a really shitty sleep and I only sleep 2 hours? Is that a nap?
Yeah, I know.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. I think the time of day is what matters more than the time.
I mean, I think there's a real answer to this on how far into the sleep and like REM cycles and all this kind of bullshit. But
yeah.
All right. So if we're not going that far,
there's an overlap, isn't there? A good nap could be considered a bad sleep.
Yeah.
Like that.
I was right. I was right, kind of.
What?
Well, why? What? Oh, is it the time of day?
A nap is a short period of sleep, typically taken during daytime hours as an adjunct to the usual nocturnal sleep period. Naps are most often taken as a response to drowsiness during waking hours. So I think
What's the question there? Is 2 hour nap too long? Is that too long?
Naps are okay, but you probably want a nap for less than an hour.
Yeah.
So time of day and less than an hour?
Sure.
How long is a power nap? 20 minutes? 20 minutes.
What if you work night shifts and you nap during your night shift?
Like shift work.
Is that sleep?
Do you just have 6 hour naps then?
Okay, this is too much. You know,
we're complicated questions here. We're confusing Google.
I think if we just go on Google, people are going to realize they don't have to ask us. They can just go on Google.
They want our answers, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Pick one bodybuilder to have as your tag team partner in a tables match against The Undertaker and Kane.
Morgan Astley.
Yeah, it's a good answer.
That's a good answer. I'll take the Giant. I'll take Jamie. Joe Hall.
Well, who else is fucking tall? I'm left with no tall guy. Fuck.
Go with someone short and get in underneath them.
Yeah, I need like a Rey Mysterio version. Who's really short? I'll take like a Sean Clarita.
There's that other tall guy. You can do Martin. You can do Martin Ford.
No, I'll take Sean Clarita and we'll put him in a mask like Rey Mysterio and he'll be doing like flips and shit all over the place.
Okay.
You could throw him.
Yeah, I could throw him. That'd be cool. Yeah.
Toss him.
Yeah.
Which bodybuilder has had the best haircut?
Jay Cutler.
Me.
What?
My fucking mohawk was awesome.
No, Jay Cutler had the best hair from start to finish. Come on.
Jay had the best hair.
All day, twice on Sundays. I would take.
Jay's
life wanting Jay's hair.
Jay's hair was so stereotypical California bodybuilder.
Perfect.
That it like fit the role so perfectly.
Yeah.
You said last time, I think on the last podcast or one of the ones we did, you said he had a transplant or something.
Yeah, that's why his head's shaved right now.
Did he really?
Yeah, that's why his head's shaved at the Olympia and stuff because he got a transplant, so he cut it down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh.
Well, at least that's what I heard. But I mean, there's no way you're maintaining that kind of nice hair like your entire career into 50 without a little assistance, you know?
Think so? Oh, so you're just guessing. You don't know for sure.
No, the reason with the haircut, I know for sure. Someone told me that, but the rest of the ones, I'm not sure if he'd had more prior to that.
What was a hobby that you tried to get into, but you could never fully commit? Drumming.
The guitar.
A guitar for you?
I don't have any.
I always wanted to learn to play the drums. I
didn't want to, but I never started.
I bought a fucking drum set. I actually was doing pretty good, and then I just couldn't commit to the amount of time it took.
Yeah.
So you don't have any, Ian?
I mean, when I started hunting, which like I still like to do, but when I started hunting, I want to like start sport shooting as well. Cause I'm like, well, if I'm into guns and I'm buying guns, like I want to go to the range and get like really, really good at shooting. So I did that for a while and that kind of fell off. And I just like kind of sold all the guns that aren't really designed for just hunting. So I guess that one didn't really stick around too much. It wasn't something that I wasn't good at. It was just like, I got bored of it and I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I didn't know you were a hunter. How often do you hunt?
Well, I mean, recently because the hunting season fell like where the Olympia was this year, so I didn't hunt this year. So I mean, hopefully I'll be able to.
But in a normal year, like how often do you go out?
Well, we only moose hunt.
I know, but how often? Like just once a year?
Yeah, the moose season is like October, November. So we go.
Oh, okay.
Year, depending on what kind of tag draw we get, depends when we go.
Have you ever shot a moose?
I haven't yet. No.
Can you?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that.
We hunt. There's usually 4 of us that hunt. So, like we've shot moose with our party, but it's not. I haven't shot one yet. So.
And obviously, you guys aren't sport hunting. Like you guys are taking moose and like.
Oh yeah.
Butchering it and eating them.
Yeah, we're very anti-sport hunting.
Yeah. But I've never. I always thought about. I want to go hunting. I just don't know if I could fucking. I started watching Meat Eater. It's on YouTube.
Great show.
What's his name? Steve? Is it Steve Rennell? Yeah.
Steve Rennell.
He's I'm watching it and he's just doing a bear hunt and I'm like, I don't know if I could shoot a fucking bear, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too keen on bear. 1, because bear tastes like fucking trash. So like you don't really want to eat bear. And 2, when you skin a bear, they literally look exactly like a human. So it's kind of weird. So I don't
really.
Yeah, they look weird, man. Like, cause they've got like legs and arms, and like when they're hanging, it kind of looks like a person. It's fucking weird. So, and bear meat is like fucking fatty, gross. Like, I ain't trying to eat that.
You know, it's weird. I feel like I could.
Figures, man. Like,
I feel like I could shoot a deer.
Yeah, deer.
But I don't know if I could shoot a moose. There's something about it. I feel like the bigger the animal, the harder it would be. Not because of fear. I'd feel.
So you think you could shoot like birds, waterfowl, that kind of stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's such a stupid, like, it's such a nonsensical reasoning.
Bird hunting is fun. I mean, like going out and shoot, like when we go and hunt moose, we'll take like a day or two and we'll go out and like shoot like partridge and stuff like that. Like just like shotgun hunt partridge, and that's fun for sure.
Maybe it's because I see so many birds every day that I don't care. I'm like, whatever, it's just another bird.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever even seen a moose. So I'm like, if I saw one, I don't know if I could shoot it.
They're big, right? They're really fucking big.
There's two ways to look at this. I mean, when you're hunting with a group of guys, and they're all there eager to shoot a moose, if you're the one guy, like you could be out there for a week and not see anything.
Yeah.
And if you're the one guy that happens to see a moose one time that week and you don't shoot it, people are not going to be fucking happy with you, you know?
Well, I'm not saying I would go and then not shoot the moose.
If you're the one guy that sees a moose after sitting outside for 200 hours, someone's going to be mad at you, you know?
I'm not patient enough for that. I honestly...
Oh man, when we go, we'll go out like before first light, so we're like sitting and situated before the sun comes up.
Yeah, no.
So like we're going out at like 5:36, and then we'll stay out there until 5:36 until dark.
Yeah, I think it's different though, Ben, if you're with a group of guys because you're kind of hanging out, right?
No, you're not. We all sit separate.
Oh, do you really?
I'm in hunting country. I get invited all the time, and I'm like, no. I've been a couple of times. I'm not.
We all sit separate. Like we cover more ground. We don't hang together.
I thought you'd sit in pairs at least so you could talk.
No, you can't talk, man. We're fucking sitting down in the bush, man.
Well, I mean, I thought you'd not talk, but like whisper. I thought you could.
We're sitting.
No, you don't make a noise because the things will get spooked and fuck off.
Even whispering?
I mean, you could probably a little bit, but like, I mean, it's not. You want to obviously.
You cracked up on a deer though.
Smell like two people sitting together is more smell together, like. You know, I mean, and you also can't, if we have four guys and we sit in only two spots, that's half as much ground we can cover.
Okay, so let me.
The property we own for hunting is like, I don't know, 400 acres or so.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's a lot of ground to cover for four guys. So we kind of pick spots like, you know, two guys will watch each end of this like big swamp that's in it. Cause in the morning, especially, they'll come out, walk through the swamp. And a couple guys cover where we put the game cameras and where we'll see the most tracks. So we'll get a guy at one end, guy at another end. So we kind of cover like all four sections, you know?
So, okay. So you're going out for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And for 12 hours, you're all sitting separate. You're not talking at all.
No.
Yeah. Fuck that. I can't do that shit.
I mean, you could bring a book and read.
Yeah. Fuck that. I can read at home.
And man, we had some, like, sometimes you get some bad days, man, where it's like -3 or 4 and like pissing rain for 12 hours, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
That's not fun.
There's the thing. I have patience, but there has to be some fun. Like we used to go fishing all the time and going out on a boat with a couple friends, fishing for like 12 hours. Even if I only caught a couple fish, I wouldn't give a fuck because you're kind of hanging out with your buddies, you're having a few drinks. It's like, you know what I mean? It's fun. I couldn't sit in a fucking boat or a field or whatever by myself for 12 fucking hours. Yeah. I'd just go crazy. I'd be like, this is boring as fuck. Like,
it's like fishing without the social engagement.
Most people don't hunt to that extreme. Like I think most hunters are like, you know, they'll go out at like 8 a.m. and hunt till lunch, and they'll come in for lunch and then go, you know, it's like what level? It's just the guys we hunt with my dad and his buddies, and they're like hardcore hunters, you know?
Yeah.
Like you play by their rules, right? Like I mean, you could go in, but then it's like, you know, you could go in, make your day shorter and stuff, but then they're like, well, fuck, we're just going to bring these other guys that we're friends with that'll hunt all day with us, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm not implying that the way you're doing it, obviously, I don't know anything. Obviously sounds like the right way to do it. I'm just saying the social aspect.
It's the least fun way to do it. That's for sure.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying is like, that's why I like fishing, like going out on a boat with a couple of friends and fishing. Cause the social aspect is the fun part. And then that catching the fish is the added fun. It's like,
yeah, I'll tell you the feeling of like when you or someone in your party shoots a fucking 1,000-pound moose is the same as catching like 2,000 of the biggest fish you've ever seen. Like the feeling is completely different, you know?
Yeah, I can imagine like sitting out
accelerated, like, you know, excitement compared to catching a fish, you know?
Imagine sitting out there for 10 hours and then and then hunting and killing a moose would probably make the 10 hours worth it.
You could sit out there for 6 days straight, and on the 7th day shoot a moose, and the 6 days of 12 hours would make it worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had years where we've gone out for 8 days and not seen a thing for 8 days straight.
How horrible is that, though? You're like, I sat by myself for 8 days. It was great.
I mean, you can't win if you don't play the game, right? So it's like it is what it is. Yeah.
Are you still bodybuilding during that time, or are you just hunting?
Well, that's why it's tough right now, because like with the Olympia's been later. And when I did the Olympia in 2018, like it was the season time because it was kind of weird. But no, it usually lines up like where I'm done the season, either, you know, ideally September if I'm doing the Olympia, or maybe a little before if I don't make the Olympia. And then hunting season's kind of like right when I can be in that like recovery chill phase.
Yeah.
So like going away.
But are you still taking like meals though? And
yeah, so I'll bring meals. I'll usually eat like 4 or 5 like real meals that I'll have prepped, and then I'll eat like dinner with the boys, you know?
Yeah.
But like you're walking with like full pack and your rifle 4 to 5 kilometers, you know, at least every day, you know? So I mean, like you drop weight for sure. Like I'll lose 15 pounds in a week hunting, no problem.
Wow. Yeah, it's funny. The things you think you want to do until you find out what they are, and you're like, wait a minute.
yeah,
Maybe I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
What if, but you said to me, if they knew you saw a moose and you didn't shoot it, you'd be like the asshole of the group.
Well, I guess you could not tell.
But yeah, that's what I was going to say. So what if we're all separated and I see a moose and I'm like, I don't think I could shoot it. And I don't say anything. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows, yeah. Ignorance is bliss, I guess, but
I will know. And I'll feel guilty.
Yeah. And those other guys have been sitting out there for 10 hours a day for a week and saw nothing, and you saw the one and you didn't get it, you know?
When you kill the moose, I'm sorry if I'm dragging this out, I'm just fascinated by it. When you kill the moose or whatever you're hunting, do you sit and clean it on the spot?
Yes.
So like
unless like, you know, there's been times like where obviously you shoot it in like a bog or a swamp or something, you got to fucking pull it out of there.
Drag it out. Yeah.
Yeah. You get the ATVs and stuff. And we have like a kind of like it's like almost like a chain link fence square that we'll put under it and then pull it out on
Drag it out. Yeah.
So like, and then you'll get it to a spot and dress it on the spot, you know?
When you get it to the spot and you say dress it, does that mean like you're piecing it out and taking the skin off?
Yeah, you're fully disassembling it, like skinning it, gutting it, you know, cutting it up, whatever, so you can bring it back. Yeah.
And then what do you do? Just leave all the guts and everything on the ground, and then like some animal will come eat it, or like
you could come back the next morning and it'd probably be gone.
Yeah.
Out there, man, wolves will clean that shit up in fucking 20 minutes.
No, that's what I figured. I didn't know if like you took it with you.
No, like like if you're fucking like the insides like that.
Some people eat that shit. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but like you're not eating their like fucking guts
intestines and
like
shit. Yeah,
they're fucking shitty and, you know, colon or something. You know, like it's like stuff like that.
I watched in that Meat Eaters show. I was watching him kill a boar, I think, and he took the intestines out and fucking cleaned them out and soaked them in salt water.
Yep.
And then made sausages. And I'm like, that's the most disgusting shit I've ever seen.
That's what sausage casings used to be made of.
I know, but it just seems disgusting that like the shit intestine travel. Like it just, that's what he used to like stuff with the meat.
There's nothing you'll see that's more disgusting and fucking putrid than when someone's going to skin a moose, like cut a moose, and they accidentally cut the stomach open. And that shit, man, that is a goddamn nightmare right there.
Why?
Well, because I mean, it fucking, or like, you know, cut open their.
Oh, you mean the stomach stays intact when you cut them open?
Yeah, like you don't want to cut their like fucking bowels and like
the stomach lining. Yeah.
Or like when you're going to like cut around the asshole, like you have to literally like cut it out like a circle to like do it. You know, if you get in there and like cut like anything like, you know, so you're cutting open their shit sack or their fucking, you know, stomach or stuff, it spills everywhere and it's fucking smells bad and it's like gets everywhere, gets in the meat and shit. You got to clean all that, man. That's a nightmare. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I want to hunt. I think I'll just stay.
You could do the Branch Warren version of boar hunting out of the helicopter.
Helicopter boar hunting, yeah.
That I'll do. Yeah, the helicopter hunting I'll do.
Get like an M249, just shoot out of a helicopter.
That way, I'm not even near it. I'm just like it's like a video game at that point.
Yeah.
What do you think that your body digests? Do you think that your body digests the food the same way, whether it has had it whole or it is blended? No, it doesn't. But what do you guys think and why?
Enzymatic release in the mouth from drinking food versus chewing food is different.
Yes. But I always wondered, you know, so I've talked to a holistic doctor that told me that there's so many enzymes that are released when you chew food.
Yeah.
But I've also talked to other doctors that were like, yeah, but if you blend up chicken and rice and drink it, it's also pre-digested. So you don't necessarily need those enzymes. So I don't know, like.
I'm not going with pre-digested. You know, if you blend it down, those protein molecules, they're still too big to be absorbed. You still have to go through the actual enzymatic breakdown within the stomach. They don't just go straight in.
Yeah.
Okay. Valid, very valid. If they competed at the O, where's Iain's placing if these guys were in the lineup? I don't want to do this.
Well, you're adding Cucklow, you're adding all these guys back in.
Yeah, that's what there's a list there. Do you want to do it or not?
Well, I mean, you're pushing me down 4 spots. Okay, I'm 10th, 11th. We get it. Who they adding in?
There's like 8 guys.
Kevin.
There's like 8 guys.
Kevin, yeah. Hi, Kevin, yeah.
Guy.
Move on.
Don't start, you fucking asshole.
Well, I mean, if Flex was in the lineup, I wouldn't have beat Flex. If Rolly, it depends.
Wait. Without you answering that, I want to ask you a kind of a separate question, both of you, a separate question, but along the same lines. Why do we do this as bodybuilders?
Why do we what?
Why do we do this as bodybuilding fans, or even as fight fans? This happens too. Like, why don't we just give the guy credit that showed up? Because, like, I take Brandon Curry, for example, right? Brandon Curry wins the Olympia in 2019. And everyone's like, yeah, but blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, but fuck, that guy showed up. Nobody else showed up.
Yeah.
So it's not his fault that nobody else decided to fucking man up and have the nutsack to get on stage.
No, it's your responsibility to be there and show up. Yeah.
That's right. So why do we?
So you couldn't fix pussy, is what you're saying.
I mean, it goes back to
I'm not
like, you can't win if you don't play the game, right? Like,
I'm saying if you don't put the trunks on, then it doesn't matter how good you think you are.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's like we talk about us, right? We talk about us. Like, I sit here and go, yeah, I was fucking really good, and Iain says, yeah, I was really good, but at the end of the day, the numbers are what matter, right?
I mean, I look at it this way: if all these guys come back next year at the Olympia and say I place 10th next year,
yeah,
I don't think that devalues my 7th from 2020 whatsoever. So, I mean, it means nothing to me, you know? I know each show is different in its own. I know that, you know, it's like, what about this? It's like, oh, I did Toronto Pro and I won Toronto Pro only against some random guy. It's like, well, no one else good was there. It's like, okay, so what? So, you know, Phil Heath has to show up at Toronto Pro for it to be valued? Like,
for it to be valuable, yeah.
Where does it count in regular shows versus the Olympia, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, if someone goes and wins a big show, you know, like goes and wins Tampa Pro or fucking Chicago Pro or something like this, it's different than placing at the Olympia, right? Like, but I mean, with who's there, it's like, it's relative. Like, you can't have everyone show up at Chicago Pro like it's the Olympia. So then where do you value that in the same, you know?
Well, but wait a minute. Your victory in New York, for example, is more valuable than, say, let's say you beat Hunter in Tampa. Your victory in
a lot of good guys in New York.
Your victory in New York would be more valuable because you beat like 6 good guys, right? So that's, I think, what people are talking about.
I think it's more valuable.
We're talking about something different. I understand the value of different shows. I agree that it's more valuable, but I'm saying I don't think that, like, Hunter just beating, like, no offense to anyone else in the Tampa. Let's say I'm the only other top guy in Tampa. Hunter only beats me. I don't think his Tampa win is any lesser than anybody else's Tampa win, you know? No, it's still a big win. He beat somebody who's a top tier bodybuilder, but
he still won Tampa Pro.
Yeah, but if it was you and like 4 other Olympians that he beat, it would be more valuable, no?
Yeah, well, it would be more valuable, but I don't think winning when I'm saying it from the other side. Winning it when not necessarily all the top guys are there doesn't make it less so.
Okay. But okay, fine. But that's a different point altogether.
Yeah.
What is it? Maybe it's not a totally different point. What I'm asking, I guess, is why do we take credit away from people when they place just because somebody else hasn't showed up? But if they didn't show up, it's their fucking fault.
Because people look at it like this. They look at, okay, in the grand rankings of things, it's like Iain placed 7th at the Olympia, but he's not actually 7th at the Olympia because there is 4 guys better than him that just didn't compete, you know? So they look at it from that, like, well, if these guys had showed up, he wouldn't. So yeah. I understand the perspective, but that's not the reality, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if this next year in 2021, I come 9th or 10th at the Olympia, I don't think that then because those guys were there, all of a sudden devalues my 7th in 2020, you know?
Does it or doesn't it?
It doesn't.
What do you think, Ben?
You can only judge it off of what's in the present moment, right?
Like what I'm asking, the reason I'm asking this is
well, hang on. The Olympia, say it's the World Championships.
Yeah.
It's the top 10 in the world at that moment in time on stage.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I get it now. So what you're saying is in 2020,
I was still
Iain Valliere was the 7th best bodybuilder on the planet.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
So whether in 2021 I placed 10th, because
I get it.
There, okay, well in 2021 I was the 10th best, but in
I get
2020 I was still the 7th best. It doesn't take away from my 2020.
I get it. Okay, so when you look at it as a snapshot in time,
I was still the 7th best.
That can't change. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Okay. Makes sense.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying in the shows too. Like in the snapshot in time, when someone like Hunter still wins Tampa, you still won Tampa. You know, it's like whether who's there or not, you still won Tampa Pro.
That's right. Yeah. And and that's also shown in like in history as time passes.
Exactly.
Because in 10 years, no one's going to say who competed against who. They're just going to be like, oh, there's a W here and a W there, and
exactly.
Yeah. And the other thing too is there's like 8 names here, but we also don't know who else won't show up.
Well, let's hear the names. I want to just hear the names for fun.
I knew your curiosity would get the best of you. Flex Lewis, Sean Roden, Rolly Winkler, Steve Kuklo, Cedric McMillan, Sergio Oliva, Nathan Diasha, and James Hollingshead.
Okay.
That's it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 guys. It's a good list.
It is a good list.
It's a good list. But like I said, it doesn't mean just because you named 8 guys that there's going to be other guys that don't show up, or some of these guys still don't show up. So that's just the nature of the competition. Okay, let's move on. What cities have the richest bodybuilding culture?
What cities have the richest bodybuilding culture?
Yeah. I like New York, East Coast. I think of Chicago. I think of New York. I think of Florida recently.
It's going to be some Middle Eastern city, obviously. It's going to be the best.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I didn't even think of that.
Like, where's that gym everyone's training at now? That Benouse gym.
I didn't even hear that. What's that?
Oh, the B1.
That's the cool place now.
Is it?
Yeah. Everything's red and that one, right? That's where Larry Wheels trains, right?
Larry Wheels trains, yeah.
What's the name of it?
Binous. Benouse.
Benouse?
Benouse, yeah.
Let me see. Is it like this place in the background here?
Yeah.
Type in Benouse gym.
Why?
Oh, it's Dubai. Yeah, there.
Oxygen looks better than this. Why is this the gym?
It's just the place that's like the cool place to go right now, you know?
Really?
It's not as
it's not as flashy.
It's not as elitist as Oxygen.
It's not as flashy. That's why I like Oxygen.
Yeah, but don't you have to be invited to Oxygen? This place you can just go train at.
Yeah.
You have to be invited to Oxygen?
Well, and you certainly can't be a woman and go training there, right?
Oh, here we go with Ben's fucking problems with Arabs and women. Here we go. Bring it up, Ben. Let's hear it.
No, I'm pretty sure Oxygen is a male-only gym, right?
I don't know what it is.
You're correct.
Whereas I'm pretty sure I've seen women training in else.
Yeah, I've seen Larry Wheels girl in the videos with them before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that would be a bigger selling point for guys, right? They're like, I can bring my girlfriend.
I'm pretty sure Samir trains here as well, right?
Yeah, I think he does. I've seen
Samir who?
Trudy.
Oh, does he?
Samir who?
Samir Banut.
I didn't know if you meant Samir Banut or.
Oh, okay.
Sandy.
Like the guy you just signed.
Well, I didn't. Okay, calm down. Take it easy. All right.
Yeah, this is just like the place if you're like an influencer now where you go, you know, like when people go over to like the Middle East to train, they go to Benouse now. Yeah.
Is that fucking cheesy?
I don't know. Depends. Is that like something you want to do? I mean,
no.
Yeah.
I like my gym. I like
my gym. My gym's the cool place to train at now. My little home gym.
I would much rather go down to like Destination Dallas than go. You know.
Is it me? I really like shithole gyms.
Yeah, you.
I shouldn't call them shithole gyms. Like I like just a little bit grungier.
Grungy, hardcore, like
grungier, hard. Like Long Beach Metroflex comes to mind.
Yeah.
Or even Quads Gym in Chicago. You guys train there?
No.
It's on my bucket list.
I've not been to Chicago actually.
Go on, Ben.
I think it just reminded me on my like history. Luke and I were in Powerhouse in Ohio, and the basement part of it. Yeah, the stories in that place is fucking cool. Where the vault is.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that place.
Yeah, what's down there?
It's just more.
It's just there's like a free weight room. It's just and there's writing all over the wall. The walls are black, and then they've just written like people just written and signed everything.
Really?
You're talking
it's
about
like really narrow.
The Powerhouse downtown Columbus. Yeah.
Yeah, the one everybody goes to when they go to the
Yeah.
There's a
expo.
vault downstairs. I've seen it, but I haven't gotten there.
Yeah.
That's
that's kind of that's more my style. I'm not a fan of like if it's too clean, too perfect.
And I mean, the energy is so different too. I mean, like you can feel that, like that grunginess. You can feel it in the energy when you're training. You know, like that, like hardcore essence that's like in the air is just different. You know, like I don't want to go into like a fancy gym with like fucking $200 a pound fucking watts and dumbbells and scream like a crazy person. You know.
Yeah.
Metroflex in Long Beach. That's a good fucking gym.
That's what I just said.
That's what you said, yeah.
Oh, you did? Sorry, I wasn't listening to you. I know. Sorry.
I wasn't listening to you.
No, I remember that you saying the Chicago one. Sorry, you were saying it was, but yeah, that one's like some of the bars are bent, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's weird too. Like the machines are like the seats are ripped a little bit, but I'm like, I don't know. It's okay with me. Like I kind of like that shit.
Yeah.
The Smith machine's a bit rickety and I don't think it feels that great.
Not sure if y'all have experienced a poor relationship with food, seeing that your career is heavily involved with eating clean. But if so, how did you overcome it? Do I have a poor? Do I have a? I think he's talking to me. I don't know.
That's right to you.
I don't have a poor relationship with food. I have a perfect relationship with food. We get along all week, and then I fuck the hell out of it on the weekend. It's fine. It's fine.
That's
it's good. No, I don't. Look, we're gonna get into this argument again.
No, we're not.
There's nothing wrong with one cheat meal a week. Nothing. And anybody, this is the funniest part. Anybody in the fucking comments section who is like saying no, you're all fucking liars. Because there's not 600 Roman Fritzes in the fucking comment section.
No, there's not.
Okay, so.
I think this is where. Okay.
No, say what you're gonna say. Say what you're gonna say, Ben. Please go ahead.
The argument, the discussion you and I were having last week, I wasn't saying there was anything wrong with having it. What I'm saying, the point was being, you have to justify it, right? You can't tell me that it was optimal, but I'm not saying it's suboptimal by the same essence, right?
I think in a test tube, like in a vacuum, you are correct. If everything is perfect, the guy who's perfect is going to have better health. Yes.
Right.
In real life, but this goes for a lot of things in science that don't necessarily translate to real life. Having one cheat meal a week is normal for every motherfucker I've known since I've started bodybuilding, except for the likes of you three, like you two and James, even Roman when he's on the podcast. Roman told me his off-season eating when he was trying to build muscle. He was eating like cheese and like fucking deli meat and shit. Like he was eating like deli meat turkey with like fucking mozzarella cheese and shit. That's not a clean diet. That's actually deli meat's garbage. So there is nobody I know that is like that perfect person.
German deli meat's different.
Was it better?
German deli meat's real fucking
okay,
good,
but still,
cured.
If I said
it's cured hung meat, it's not your shit you get in over here.
Okay, fine. But Ben, if I told you I was eating, let's say, it's fresh chicken breast and mozzarella cheese, is that okay? Is that?
No, listen, I'm not. No, again, I'm not going back into it. What I'm just saying was, like, my only argument to it was when you were going black and white, and you were like, "There's going to be no difference." There's a slight difference.
In a vacuum, you're right. Yes, in a vacuum, you're right.
That's my only point.
What I'm trying to make is a point to the people watching that nobody should expect to be, or even I wouldn't even suggest trying to be. Nobody should try to be 100% perfect every day of the fucking week, 365 days a year. There's absolutely nothing wrong with taking one meal off a week and being like, I'm taking out my wife. We're going to have a steak and potato or a fucking burger. Like zero. It's not going to hurt your bodybuilding career. And I know because I did it and I reached the upper levels of bodybuilding. And I also know because there's a whole slew of other bodybuilders that did it. So I just don't want, we really like harp on this perfect thing on this podcast. And I'm like, I don't think it's really fair to people listening to be dishonest and be like, we're perfect, because the fact is, like, majority of bodybuilders are not perfect.
No, again, this is where I'm telling people you can be better if you like. Yeah. If I give you two options, one was like, hey, you can be like this good and have that meal every week, or you can be this good with no meals off, right? Okay, you then have to weigh up whether you think that's worth it or not.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think we're going to go down this fucking road again. I know it. I don't think the guy that has, okay, we won't take any bodybuilders per se. You know what? It's just the same argument over again. We're just going to disagree. Let's agree to disagree.
I'm agreeing with you. I do agree with you.
I don't think the guy that has a burger and fries from Five Guys on a Saturday night, I don't think that guy is going to be any less of a good bodybuilder than the guy that didn't. That's all. That's my opinion. And it might be, you guys might think I'm wrong. It's just, I'm sorry. I don't think having a little bit of saturated fat and a little bit of sugar in the bun and a little bit of fried oil in the fries once a week is all of a sudden going to derail this person's bodybuilding career.
I agree with that.
No, like, I never said it would derail anyone's career.
But I don't think that bodybuilder is going to be worse than the guy who ate fish and rice. I don't. In fact, I think that little bit of grease, a little bit of salt, a little bit of fucking might actually help his strength.
That's where we disagree.
It's fine. We can disagree. And I'm totally
no.
cool
That's what I'm saying. My point, the bit we disagree on. I'm not, just to clarify, the bit we disagree on is I don't think it will make them better. Whereas you're arguing a case that it might make them better. I'm saying that it's not going to make them better.
All I'm saying is at the end of the year when they both step on stage, I really don't think it. If they're, I just don't think it's going to matter. I don't.
I think you also need to take slightly into context here that there's going to be individual differences. If you're someone like a Roman Fritz with that kind of metabolism,
the argument was taking, say, you, and having one a week versus you with none.
No, I know, and I agree. I'm not getting into that argument with you guys, but I'm just saying. I think also for people listening to this, if you're someone that's 25% body fat, maybe having a cheat meal or two a week might be lower on your priority list than someone that's trying to gain weight and has like a hyper elite metabolism, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, that's part of the problem that we're running into, Ben, is we're having this conversation in a vacuum on paper.
Mm.
We're not talking about real life. Like, nobody is going to eat a perfect diet 365 days a year. Nobody. Right? Like, so I'm just saying in real life, we have to be realistic. And I don't think telling people they can't have a cheat meal is realistic.
Okay. Again, that wasn't what my argument was.
Our argument was on paper, and I agree with you 100%. On paper, in a vacuum, yes, you're right. If you can be perfect every day of the week, all the fucking time, yes, you're going to be better.
Yeah. Because on the flip side of it, I've seen way too many people sabotage relationships, jobs, etc., by trying to be too perfect, and and so therefore they don't become a good body because they lose their job, they can't afford to bodybuild anymore. Relationship goes to shit, so they give up bodybuilding. Yes, there are many other factors that go into you performing on stage. So yes,
this is why this argument keeps coming up. People respect the things you have to say, Ben, because you're a coach and you're a successful coach. And when you guys are on the podcast, whether it be Iain or whether it be James or whether it be Roman, there's an air of these guys eat perfect 365 days a year. They never take a meal off. They never enjoy anything. And I don't think that's realistic for people watching.
I posted sushi the other day. I put up my life, right, on my social media.
No, I know, but some people don't follow you on Instagram, but they do listen to the podcast. No. So I'm trying to,
right? And if you don't already, you should follow me. So that's. But no, my point being is, I don't sit here and preach and then go off here and fuck off and eat a bunch of junk off camera.
No,
right?
I'm not saying, yeah.
So when you're saying realistic, I preach what I find to be able to be realistic for what I'm trying to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people because I think I speak for the amateur bodybuilder, right?
Yeah.
Especially as right. So, and I'm saying, look, you guys represent the upper echelon, right? And I'm kind of more in between that. And I'm saying, look, for us to get near these guys, you've got to step up your game.
Yes.
Right. And I'm going, I'll lead by example if I can. Here's my example. Mm-hmm. You follow along as close as you fucking can to it. And I'm telling you, for us down here, the closer we want to get to where you guys are, the more we dial that up, the more chance you have of achieving it. Right. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, eat pizza once a fucking week and you'll end up like James and Iain and Fouad. Mm-hmm. No, I'm trying to go, hey, how can I get you to where those guys are as quickly and as best possible, right? Mm-hmm. Anything away from that is now your decision. If you decide, hey, I'm at a wedding, I'm at a birthday, I'm going to have a cheat meal here and there, okay, fine. But I have to tell you, here's how you do it the best way I know how to. And then down from, you work away from that as we.
How often are you having an off meal, would you say, Ben?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Once
a month?
Right now, probably once every third. Last month was my wedding anniversary, my birthday, my stepson's.
That's fine. I'm not judging you. I was asking.
No. So I would use, in an off season, I would use special occasions only for an off meal, right?
Okay. Special occasions only. So you might have 4 or 5 off meals an entire off season.
Right now, because I'm trying to, previously I might have had more.
No, I know. I'm talking about now.
Yeah, of late. And this is why I get so preachy about it, I guess, because I notice the difference in the progress that I'm making by not eating like once a week, like I would do. I would do once a week religiously in my previous off seasons. Since I've adjusted that, I've gone, holy shit, I was selling myself short, right?
Can I interrupt something for 1 second though?
Yeah.
Let's say you're working with Patrick, right? You have this diet that Patrick set up and you have this training that Patrick set up and it's all very, very specific and very, very perfect. Mm-hmm. I don't think you were doing that 5 years ago, were you?
Yes, I was. When I was with Luke in 2016, 17, all week.
So you were doing everything perfect all week?
Fucking I didn't, obsessively, yes.
Okay.
And I had programmed cheat meals and I did them obsessively too. When they were scheduled in, I ate them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I went and I made fucking great progress. I mean, I was 255 pounds at 4 weeks out.
Okay, so what's the problem then?
I'm saying I can only compare it to, or I can only speak on my personal experience of by taking me and dialing it up.
No, but I'm saying, I'm asking, you said you made great progress, but you're saying only to a point and then you had to go this further step. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay.
I'm saying now.
Yeah.
I'm still, I followed the plan back then, but the plan had more cheat meals in it. So it was like having a coach that was like, it's okay to have one a week. And I did that. Now I'm on the mindset of, no, it's not okay to have one a week. I'll have it here and there if during my off season when the social environment dictates that it's necessary, right? And and what I'm seeing and what I'm able to do in the gym exceeds what I did when I was training with Luke. And we were Luke was going for his pro card. Then we were trying to get him ready for his Arnold debut, right? His pro debut.
Yeah.
We were obsessive.
Okay. Iain, how often are you having off meal? Never?
Yeah, I mean, like it's very like infrequent. I mean, there's no scheduling to it. Like, I mean, in an entire off season, I might have like, I'd be like Ben, like if there's a social occasion, like say this weekend, Melissa's parents are coming up here because it's Melissa's dad's birthday. So I know on Saturday, Melissa's planning on getting like the Works. Do you have the Works burgers there?
Yeah.
So I know she's planning to get the Works. So like I'll eat a Works burger on the Saturday. But like, I mean, other than that, I'm not really like, I don't really feel a need to. And like, if I feel the need, I'll do it. Like, I'm not too overly concerned about it, you know? Like, I know it's so infrequent at this point. Like, I'd say an entire off season, say in a 4-month off season, I might have one a month.
Okay. So basically both of you guys are like, you're like, I don't need one every week. I have one when social circumstances call for it.
Yeah. Or, I mean, and like I'll say at this point in my career, I would not hesitate if I was just like, hey, by some shit chance, I'm really hankering fucking McDonald's tonight, I would have it. But I don't really ever feel that much.
But it doesn't happen, yeah.
I might have that feeling once or twice in an entire off season, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what was that always the case, or is it more because you work with Patrick now?
No, I went in stages. So when I first started bodybuilding, I didn't even know what cheat meals were. That was like a thing really back in the day, you know? I feel like the social media brought thing.
Yeah.
But I think, okay, so when I first started bodybuilding, when I would prep for shows, there was no such thing as cheat meals. So it was like, follow your diet 100%. And then off season, when I was started bodybuilding, off season was just like, I was like, fuck the dog, you know?
Yeah.
Like I ate my meals, but like I would eat garbage, whatever. Like I was just trying to, I was like a young kid trying to get in as much food as I could at any means possible. Then as I got older, then I basically went like the other way where I'd go entire off seasons without having any cheat meals. And now I'm kind of in the middle. So I'm like, you know, I know where I can get away with what will affect me from a digestive standpoint, like a look standpoint. And I kind of just like go where I know what won't affect me negatively. But enough that it's like, I'm not like restricting my life that like I won't eat out with my family, you know?
Okay. So that's kind of, okay. So you guys are, I understand where both of you are coming from. Both of you are right. I guess I'm trying to play somewhere in the middle so that people that are listening don't get discouraged. So,
I mean, here to put this, Chris Bumstead will eat stuff weekly, if not more, and he's won 2 Olympias.
But
so,
does genetics call for it though? So it's like
from a genetics, from a body fat standpoint, composition standpoint, Chris is definitely not genetic elite. I think from, you know, a shape and muscularity standpoint, he is, but I think he would get as fat or fatter than any of us from eating like that.
Yeah.
But the thing with Chris also at this point is he doesn't really need to try and grow. So like he can eat 2 meals in a day and then eat a meal off. And it's like, it's not a big deal, you know?
I guess the reason I think the discussion is important is not just because I'm trying to prove to everybody that you can eat whatever the fuck you want. You know, we did the podcast with Will a few weeks back.
Well, sorry to interject here. I think the point you're trying to get across is that you can still be an extremely successful top tier bodybuilder without 100% year round perfection.
Yeah. I feel like
absolutely true.
Yeah, that's actually, it's all the second point I'm also trying to make though is I don't want these young guys that are still haven't developed any muscle thinking they got to eat fish and rice all day long.
Yes, I agree.
Because I don't know about you guys, man, but those added fucking shit calories when I was first starting, I feel like they helped me. I did get fat. So,
well, and I just said there when I started, I mean, you know, my off seasons, I would just eat kind of whatever, but I also did get big. Like, I mean, I'm now one of the bigger guys that's out there. So, I mean,
like, I feel like
it wasn't working for me, you know?
Yeah. Like when I look at Will, he's like this little 15-year-old kid who's obviously a hard gainer and he's worried that he's eating like fish and rice. And I'm like, dude, make a big fucking vat of pasta with ground beef and just hoss out on it all fucking day long. Like, stop worrying that your shit is like, you have to eat such a perfect, it's just, especially for a beginner, man, I feel like we're giving kind of like good advice, but there's got to be some nuance to it.
It's a tough thing because I think the good habits of being able to follow a diet and be, you know, and building those good eating habits and like the ability to adhere to a diet 100% are absolutely skills you need to develop as a bodybuilder. Yeah. But I also think you need to learn that not always like that sometimes a little off that can be the best option, you know, especially for a younger guy like that. Like, I think, you know, for a younger guy, I think, getting in some, you know, some excess calories from some denser food could be advantageous. For someone like me in my career, I don't think it's necessarily advantageous. I don't think eating 5 guys once a week is advantageous to me, where I think for someone younger like that, it potentially could be. So it's very
let me clear this up. If I was coaching Will, I would have him eating all of the foods that we do. Plus he would have things like pasta, bread, cheese.
Yeah, denser
like
stuff.
like those things. for the most part, the people that I deal with and a lot of the viewership of this are guys that are already in.
No, but that's why I think me and you are having this discussion constantly. I know the people that are watching this, and a lot of them are just normal guys. A lot of people that watch this, and I get these messages daily, are not even bodybuilders. They'll message me, be like, I'm not even a bodybuilding fan, but I like that I'm getting information from your show. So when I'm talking, I'm trying to take into account that there's young guys who are 20 who fucking don't know anything. And I'm like, I don't want to tell these guys you should be eating fish and rice all day long. And I also think there's like 40-year-old guys who are like never lifted a fucking weight in their life. And they're like, oh, I better measure out some chicken. And I'm like, to me, there's an evolution.
Yes.
You eat, you're a beginner, your body needs a saturation of calories. You eat whatever the fuck you want.
But this is why I said that.
Within reason, and you gain muscle.
This is literally what I said.
It is what you said
for me. Like it started off that way, and then as my goals changed, and as my physique changed, and as I learned what was advantageous for me and my career and my physique, it changed and evolved, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why these discussions happen, because I'm trying to cover a lot of bases for people that are watching, because they're not all intermediate or advanced bodybuilders.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but then you also would then agree that as you are shifting through those evolutions and moving up through the ranks, the tighter you make things, the better, right?
Yes, 100%.
Sure. Okay.
Yes, because I'll translate it to alcohol. When I started, and I know it sounds stupid, but when I started, I would drink every fucking weekend. Actually, more than just on Saturday. Like I was drinking like 3 days a week. And as I got better and better and better in my bodybuilding career, that all went down to the point where I barely ever drink now.
Mm-hmm.
So if we just switch from cheat meals to whatever, it's the same thing, right? Like as you get better, everything's got to tighten up, and the whole program has to tighten up. So
okay, but if you're talking to somebody that either is about to do their first show or has done a couple of shows, the message is going to be very different then, right? So
yeah, I think so.
In terms of the mindset that you have to apply, the mindset now has to dial up if you're going to start competing and take things seriously versus I want to put on a little bit of muscle, right?
I think part of the disconnect too is I've really, I don't know if I've been lucky or it was been to my detriment, but I've eaten a lot of fucking, kind of eaten what I wanted most part. I mean, not when I'm dieting, but
I'll say this, having coached, and you've coached plenty of people, you're one of the exceptions. You're not the rule,
Yeah.
Like I know your career has been phenomenal, and so it's very hard for me to sit here and discredit any of that. What you did work for you. I'm telling you, I cannot take what you did and give it to all of my guys. Maybe one of them will do well. Whereas if I take my approach, I can get more of them doing well.
I get it.
That's
okay.
Right.
Okay. Let's move on.
Very circumstantial, of course.
Yeah.
But I think in this conversation, anyone that listens to this can see if we covered all the bases and that they can learn for themselves kind of where they fit into this spectrum,
Yeah.
Well, also there's two different bodybuilding, right? There's bodybuilding and then there's competitive bodybuilding, right?
Yeah.
And I think I'm more going and
what you're talking about
I'm deep into the fucking I want to start getting very competitive. Iain, James, like you're now going back to that. I'm going to compete. If I wasn't competing, okay, put it this way: if I'm not competing, I'm not doing what I'm doing.
No, you're right. You know what? That's actually a very good point, because up until the conversation me and Iain had earlier today, earlier on the podcast, yeah, you're right. I wasn't thinking about competing, and I was like, yeah, it's okay to have one cheat meal a week. It's not a big fucking deal.
And I agree.
You're right. But as you get more serious, you have to turn that dial up. So yeah, you're 100% right. My mindset is in a different place than yours is right now.
Yeah.
So
if you have no aspirations to get on stage, eat a fucking cheat meal once a week with your wife and family. Yeah. Fucking yes. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, let's move on. This cheat meal thing just won't die. Just keeps coming.
Yeah, it has now.
We all came to.
I think we killed it this time.
That was good. Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
How to manage not training to get enough rest, because when not training feels like shit and depressed. Basically, I think he's asking how to take a day off, because I don't like taking days off because it makes me depressed.
Do you have an answer for that one?
Unfortunately, it's a shitty answer. You just have to force yourself.
I think at the end of the day, you have to be focused on what your goal is and not like how you're feeling in the moment. You know, like if your goal, like if at the end of the day, the focus for you is 100% progress, it should not be that difficult for you. You know, I think if your focus is to 100% make the absolute maximal, optimal route to progress, taking an off day will become less difficult for you. You know?
Let me give you a scenario and see if your answer is the same, Ian. And I'm going to use myself. So yesterday was supposed to be a day off, but I'm like, I really feel like training.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym. I just feel like going. I'm going to go. Fuck it. I'll take tomorrow off. So I decided to take today off, and I went yesterday, and I had a good workout, but I was tired, and I didn't realize it till I got there. And I'm like, I kind of wish I would have took the day off. And then I flipped the switch, and I had an awesome workout anyway. But I knew I should have took that day off.
Yep.
So what I'm saying is, like, I get what this guy's saying is some days you're like, I don't want to fucking sit at home. I want to go train.
I understand. And look, we all have those days. Anyone that loves to train is going to have those days. But anyone that is obsessed with progress will understand the importance of an off day, and that will supersede your want to train.
So the same discipline you have when you're like, I'm not going to go eat McDonald's is the same discipline you have when you're like, I'm going to sit here on the couch because I have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically,
and you know,
go ahead, Ben.
I was going to say, if you are, like Ian said, if you are monitoring and tracking progress, and that's one of the driving goals of your off season, you'll know that if you're not taking those rest days, that progress stalls very, very quickly.
Absolutely.
But if you regulate those rest days, that progression, you're able to ride that wave for much longer. And that's where you then start getting the payoff. I'm getting, every time I do go back in, I'm getting more each time. But if you're going in and just making things, this is what we talk about, we talk about tracking things and doing the same exercises. And if you go in and wing it every single time, just because you enjoy training, well, that's fine. That's great. But you're not going to get that. You're not able to monitor whether you're progressing or not, right? Because things aren't stable enough for you to assess and measure.
I think
that's where.
Go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry, Ben.
No, because that's where programming comes into, right? Rather than just training, following a program comes into play.
And I also think this comes into the same conversation we were just having about diet. If you're a competitive bodybuilder and that's your goal is to be, a high level competitive bodybuilder and make consistent progression, then the answer for this will be different than if you're just, a kid starting off and that just likes to work out and doesn't have any aspirations to compete. Because if you're just someone that's just doing this because you like it and want to feel good and look a bit better, then I think if you want to train that day and you feel good, fucking give her. I think you should do what is the best for you and your mental health and, what makes you feel good and enjoy the training. I think you should just go for what is the most enjoyment, I think if you're someone that's absolutely keen on maximal progress, you need to look at that as the outweighing major factor as opposed to boredom.
The only thing I'm going to add to that is you could still have the same amount of rest days and still fuck it up, because I'm still going to get my 2 rest days in this week. But because I didn't follow my plan, yesterday was a not as good a workout as it should have been.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, because Tuesday was a leg day. I like having a rest day after my leg day.
Yeah.
And I didn't force, but I wanted to go to the gym, so I went. When I knew after legs, I'm always a little sluggish. So
not all rest days are equal.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's the point I'm getting to. So,
but it's also important, and that's where you have to be very honest. If you are driven by progress, sometimes you need 2 days off in a row.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you can't stick to that structure and if you're listening and looking at all of the data, you can make those decisions.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that 2 days off is a good idea. I just think it's hard for people to measure. I worry with people that if you tell them that, they'll just be like, they'll really be lazy and not actually need the second day off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how does that person know, right? Like, how does a person know? We were talking about beginners, say, for example. How do they know when they're just tired or just lazy or their body actually needs that day off? Like, what would you tell you? What would you tell your client? Like, if he said, Ben, I feel really tired today. Do I need another day off? But like, maybe he's not physically tired. Maybe he's just like, he didn't sleep enough or whatever.
That's what I mean. You need the whole profile. So, okay, why?
This is where the monitoring of all the factors comes into play.
Yeah, so that's why a check-in isn't just weight and pictures, right?
No, I know, but I'm
Check-in
trying to
is
say
somebody-
for like somebody who doesn't have a coach. How do they know themselves? Like
you have to be very aware then of what is going on in the other aspects of your life. Did you sleep well last night? Are you hydrated? Are you like? There's a ton of different things.
Yeah.
Like, where was your nutrition at? Did you miss the meals? Did you eat too much? Maybe did you? What else is going into it? If all other things are consistent, and you go, well, no, nothing's changed over here, then yes, maybe you need that rest. Maybe that is then.
I got you. Okay.
But you can't without doing that. You're just guessing, right?
Okay, we're gonna do 2 more, and then if you guys want, we'll do some break your physiques. But first one is, who's the most selfless person you know?
My wife.
My mom.
My mom, yeah.
Okay. Is there? Yeah, your wife, eh? That's a good one. You got lucky.
I mean, especially with a kid who's going to be experiencing that full force right now.
My wife is the pro bodybuilder, right?
Mm.
And I'm the one fucking, I missed a meal, fuck off, get out of the way, right? She looks after the baby 100%. She comes into the gym, she takes the baby over to her grandparents so that she can help me train, right? And then she does little bits in between. But when I need her to swap me, she stops what she's doing and comes over to me. She fucking, that woman does drops. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. My wife is selfless, but she's got so much ambition that she's got so much of her own shit going on that like I can't force her to, or even I feel bad asking her to do more of my shit. But yeah,
I have to force Denise to go and buy herself a new pair of trainers because her one's got holes in them and they've fallen off her feet because she's gone and bought her son and my stepson, that's his clothes. She's of that mindset, right?
You gotta have your wife talk to my wife.
No.
Oh, my wife will change her.
I was gonna say it's gonna go the other way. Who has what? It's not the other way around.
Your wife will break me financially.
Would you rather every fart is the worst smelling fart ever, or every fart let out a massive green cloud with no? We did this one already. Okay,
worst smell ever.
Pick a 10-man call out from the greatest bodybuilders in the Olympia history. Oh God, this could go bad.
No, it can't go bad. How can it go bad?
Because look who's sitting above you.
I'll be good. Okay, I'll go first. Okay.
Who's underrated this week?
Okay, top 10.
Or overrated.
So I do Phil, Jay, Ronnie, Dorian.
Wait a sec. Let me write these down. We're not going to remember. 1 second.
I'm not going to remember. I already forgot who I've said.
I know. 1 second.
Phil, you did
1 sec. Okay. Phil.
Okay, here. I'll preface this by I'm not going to pick too drastic of change in generations because Arnold Schwarzenegger cannot be competitive with Ronnie Coleman.
90 onwards, right?
Yeah, 90 onwards. Okay. Like it's no matter how good they were in 1985, they can't compete against Phil Heath, so it's irrelevant.
No.
You know?
Okay. Phil, J, Ronnie.
Phil, J, Ronnie, Dorian. Flex Wheeler. It starts to get tough after that.
No, it doesn't. It does not.
Dexter, Brandon, Sean.
Dude, you're the hardest. You know, you have the hardest rating system of anybody I know.
What?
Dexter, surely. Come on.
Dexter for sure. Yeah, I put Dexter in there, of course.
Okay.
How many am I at? 6 or 7?
You're at 6. You have 4 more. I got to take a piss so bad, and I don't want to cut the podcast short. I'm going to go piss.
Oh, Rami? Did you say Rami already?
Yeah, I'd like to throw Rami in there for fun, or like some massive guy like that, a Rami or a Marcus Rule or someone like that, you know?
Yeah,
just for fun. But yeah, Rami would be more competitive than Marcus, so I'd throw in Rami. That's 7. Who am I forgetting? That's like really good to put in there, you know?
Well, you haven't said Sean or Brandon, but I'm guessing you don't want them in.
I mean, no offense to those guys, but I can't see them being overly competitive in a lineup with like Phil and Ronnie and Jay, you know?
I think Sean was more competitive.
Yeah.
Brandon, I can see is a little light, right?
I mean, as much as I don't like him personally, I would like to see Sean Ray in that lineup just for fun, you know, or like a Nasser, you know, like whatever that year was. Nasser looked really good with next to or beat whatever Dorian. What year was that? 90.
Yeah, it was. We need Fred to pull that up on the screen.
Yeah, but
I know the one you mean.
That year of Nasser would be good to throw in there.
Yeah. What about? Would you have Flex in there for fun?
Flex Lewis?
Yeah. I'm playing. I'm just. That'd be a fun one for me. I want to see a fully blown Flex.
It's hard. Like it gets hard when you start having guys like Ramy and Ronnie and these guys. Then you start putting like I put in Sean or Sean Ray or Flex Wheeler, stuff like that. It gets hard, or Flex Lewis. It gets hard like that, you know. When you're having guys that outweigh guys by 100 pounds, it gets difficult, you know.
What's Sean Ray? He must be like 220, right?
212,
yeah.
I don't know.
I want to hear what Furs is. Furs is will be very different.
What year was the year Nasser should have beat Dorian?
97.
Yeah, I want that Nasser in there.
I want that Nasser.
1997 Nasser.
Okay. Nasser is number 7.
I said someone else while he was gone. Who else?
Ramy's
number 8.
But it was a hard sell on Ramy. He wasn't convinced with Ramy.
2020 Ramy. I want 2020 Ramy.
Okay. 2020 Ramy. Okay. Well, I didn't know we were doing yours. 2020 Ramy, 1998 Nasser, or 1997 Nasser.
We don't actually have to pick dates, but yeah.
What year Dexter?
2008.
2008?
Yeah, 2008 for sure. Yeah.
What year Flex Wheeler? 93 probably.
Yeah, 93 or 4.
Ooh, what about Victor Martinez? 2008.
2007.
2007.
Yeah, 2007.
Okay, wait a second. Dorian, what year Dorian? 94?
Yeah.
94. What year Ronnie? 98, 99?
No, I want to go like a big Ronnie. Like, let's go
2003.
2001.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
03.
Let's throw an 03 in there. Yeah.
J 2001 or J 2009?
I like the earlier ones.
Say 01 J. And what year Phil? 11, 12?
10 or 11, yeah.
11.
11, yeah.
11. Okay. So now we have 8. We need 2 more.
Oh, who else is good in here?
Did you put Victor?
Kai
Victor
and Kevin Levroni.
Okay, yeah, we'll film with Kai and Kevin. Just for the fans, I'll put in Kai and Kevin. That pops it off.
I'm just fucking with you.
They'll obviously be at the outside of the call-outs, but they still meet the call-out. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What? No, seriously, who's 9 and 10 for you?
Victor.
We're gonna do yours next, Ben. 1 second.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm putting in Victor Richards.
You're being an asshole now.
What? Victor Richards is sick.
He never competed, man.
Yeah, like, we're getting him on stage now.
Okay, Victor Richards.
And
what year Victor Richards? 88? 90, 91?
Yeah, sure. 1985. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
And what's that fucking guy's name? The Canadian guy?
Claude Gruel?
No. The Canadian guy that was like 500 pounds.
Greg Kovacs?
Greg Kovacs. Let's put Greg Kovacs there.
Oh my God, dude, you're an asshole. Kovacs. Rip Greg Kovacs. He's passed away. Ben. Right. Top 10.
I'm not doing the years. I'll just go straight.
Okay, go ahead.
Phil, Dorian, Jay.
Phil,
Dexter.
1 second. Dorian, Jay, Dexter,
Ronnie.
5
Ramy.
Ramy.
Roden. Victor Martinez. That one I will specify as 2007 because it got wild in there.
2 more.
Fuck, who have I forgotten? Phil.
This is horrible. I can't believe your list is like, you have 2 more that are so easy to fill and you're like, you can't even think of it.
Kevin.
Okay. 1 more.
And not for any irony, just because Kevin. No, it's slowing up because I'm like, now they're
It's tough to pinpoint the like what. Yeah.
Go on. Who am I forget? You're saying there's one.
Flex Wheeler. You don't consider Flex Wheeler one of the greats?
Yeah, Flex Wheeler. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. 1 second. Let me look. I get the luxury of looking at your lists. Phil, Jay, Ronnie, Dorian, Dexter, Flex Wheeler, Kevin Levroni.
You have to have Rami on. You're hard on Rami.
I'm gonna say Flex Lewis.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, I said that. While you're away. Yeah, while you're away, I said, what about Flex Lewis? Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now, are we doing an open version Flex Lewis to come, or are we doing a 212?
Yeah, open to come.
We're doing like a 225-pound potential Flex Lewis, right?
I mean, that's only going to solidify my case, but I'm taking Flex Lewis as is.
Okay.
I think. Listen, this list is really the top 10 best bodybuilders ever, in your opinion.
Yes.
And I think Flex Lewis is one of the top 10 best bodybuilders ever.
Because I threw Greg Kovacs in there.
Well, you're fucking around at the end, but I mean,
was trying to make it funny.
Yeah. But no, I do think, like, wouldn't you guys say Flex Lewis is probably one of the top 10 best ever?
Well, when you're away, I said like Flex Lewis.
Yeah,
I think
at 225. As much as I necessarily don't like him, I'd really like to see Sean Ray in the lineup too. You know,
I don't think Sean Ray is a top.
Physiques I really like.
Okay, this has nothing to do with my distaste for Sean Ray. I actually don't think he would be, to me, he would be just outside the top 10 of all time. He would be like in the top 15. Because if we're picking shorter bodybuilders, I'm going with Flex Lewis over Sean Ray.
Yeah.
And if we're going to pick another shorter bodybuilder, I'm going to go with Hottie over Sean Ray.
Or Bonak.
Like
Bonak over.
Like, this was a nasty Sean Ray.
It's a beautiful physique, but on stage is different.
Yeah.
Because on stage, I found his quads to be they kind of.
Oh, I know what you mean. They
didn't sweep hard. They were kind of straight up and down.
If we're doing that, then I vote Dennis James as the Instagram bodybuilder of all time.
Yes.
Done.
I'm having trouble with these last two.
Oh, and you were chirping us for it.
I know I was. It seemed so easy when you were doing it.
So good. Read your list.
I might go Nasser was a good one.
Yeah, I like Nasser.
And I haven't picked Rami yet either, but I'm not.
Paul Dillett?
You were driving the fucking Rami train all of last year.
I love Rami, but I'm talking about top 10 best of all time is a tough one. That's a tough fucking lineup.
This year just gone?
I feel like
it was good.
If I have to make any knocks on Rami, it would be the level of detail in his quads.
I think that version of Rami this year could beat a lot of guys on this list.
Okay, let's go through them. Does Rami beat best Phil?
No.
Does he beat best Jay?
He's going to make me look stupid, and he's not going to beat anyone. So, but go anyway.
No, I'm trying to actually.
Let's go. Okay, yeah, we'll go.
No, I just think it's interesting.
Yeah.
So, Phil, no. Jay, no. Ronnie, no. Dorian?
No.
That was closer.
I think that's close, man.
It's still a no.
It's like
nothing against him, and I love Dorian, but I think Rami would beat Dorian. So no one fucking kill me on this. But
you're gonna get killed.
It's my opinion.
No, that's not. I don't think it's wrong to just say your opinion. I think
it is. Granted, it's closer than the first four you read off.
Does Rami beat Flex Wheeler at his best?
Yeah,
probably only size because of the size difference.
Yeah,
like Rami would be a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to put Rami on my list for sure then, because if he can beat Flex Wheeler, then he deserves to be on the list. So I have one more to go, but I want to continue this. Does Rami beat Dexter at his best?
Yes.
I don't know if he beats a 2008 Dexter, man. He was pretty impressive.
That's an overwhelming discrepancy in size, man. You're talking like 70 pounds.
I know, but it's not 70 pounds. It's not 70 pounds.
Dexter was probably 230, 235 in 08.
Yeah, Rami was like 280.
You think so?
I don't know.
I think he's closer to 290, 295 this Olympia.
Dude, I think people forget how great Dexter was.
Oh, man, hey, I'm first on the Dexter train. I think 08 Dexter is one of the greatest physiques ever. I'm not just, but I'm saying when you put 60 pounds of muscle and stand it next to it, that's tough, man, you know?
But Dexter beat guys that were a lot bigger than he was.
Yeah, but every other
not
year,
Ramby big.
Every other year he lost to Jay. Like Jay was just way bigger than him, man. And Dexter and Ramy's bigger than Jay.
This is 2008 Dexter.
Yeah, it's ridiculously good, obviously.
Look how close, though, at 50 years old, he still looked.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking mind-boggling? This is him at 40, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do the Olympia, Fouad.
No, but yeah, I guess the size, I mean, you can't beat the shape, right? But I guess the size difference would be pretty.
Well, no, type in 2020 Olympia Ramy. You know what was the year Ramy won the New York Pro that he looked fucking really good?
Wasn't that 18? No, 17?
No, 13 or 15 or something?
That long ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a while back.
2020 Ramy. I mean, that is a nasty. Yeah, that's a nasty shot.
Like, look at that hands on hit most muscular. Oh, that's not even this year though.
Still.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not this year either. But
this is this year. This is this year.
Yeah.
This is this year.
That's this year.
Yeah, that's fucking pretty crazy. Yeah. Okay. So he beats Dexter because of the size difference. I'll give you that. Nasser. I mean, he's just a bigger version of Nasser, so I think so.
Yeah.
And then Victor Richards and Kovacs.
Obviously, yes.
I'm stuck on the last one.
Victor
then.
Martinez, 07 Martinez. Did you beat him?
I don't. Ramy? Yeah.
Yeah. Pull up 07 Martinez for anyone that hasn't seen it. This was a great Victor. This is like one of the cleanest looks ever. The lines are so clean. His conditioning is like full and round, but not like weirdly dry. Like it's like such a nice combination. This is such a good look.
Okay. Yeah.
Like look at that front double, man.
Shit. God.
Look at that most muscular, the first picture.
And
the first picture, first left. Like, fuck, man. Or even from the back. Look at the back one down there, bottom left.
Bottom left.
Yeah, you're on it. You're on it. Yeah.
Or this one?
No, you're on. It's the far right. You were just on
this one. Yeah.
No, look on the right panel. The far right. There, that, yeah. It's kind of like edited weird, but it's crazy.
There's a stage shot. That's better. Who's this? Orville Burke? Who the fuck is that? Dexter? It's Dexter.
Is it? Yeah, it's Dexter.
Yeah,
those are Dexter's glutes and hamstrings.
I was going to say, that's the glutes.
But look at the side. Look how much narrower Dexter does look in that.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny, though.
Weirdly, you know?
Look at that quarter turn. Second row down on the left side, all the way.
Second row down on the left side.
No, up one.
This one.
Left. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's nasty, man.
There's not a lot wrong with that. I'm big on this, Victor.
I always go back to this Olympia because people were freaked out about it. This is Victor here. What year is it? 2007. This is Ronnie's last year. This is Jay. This is Victor.
Jay won this year, obviously.
I know he did, but yeah, but people, there was such a controversy, and I'm like, is there a reason to be?
I don't know, man. Victor was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks just a lot cleaner there. I mean, that's a different year, so you can't compare that. I don't know if, I mean, that means I'm saying Victor is the 10th best bodybuilder ever, or in the top 10 for best bodybuilders ever.
At that moment in time.
I don't know if I might go Chris Cormier over Victor Martinez, though.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call. Maybe, yeah.
I mean, Chris Cormier at his fucking best is.
What's the best year of Cormier?
I think
Late
I would
90s?
say. I mean, he was so good even in the early 2000s. He never got super sharp.
Yeah, go the 99 Olympia there. 2001, sure.
I mean, it's going to show us all of them anyway. So, like, he was so well put together.
I think in 07 Victor beats this though.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a great physique for sure. A lot of density in there too.
Look at, I think these were some of his best years. This is like 2003. Oh, 2001. Yeah. 2001. Because this is the year I remember he was like, at one point they were trying to like put him up with Ronnie. They're like, can Chris beat Ronnie? And it was around this time, 2001, 2002. And then Chris could never really just put together the conditioning portion of it. But I think I would go Chris over Victor, for me personally.
Yeah, no, it's close. I see the argument. Yeah, that's a good shot there.
I just think his physique was so well balanced. It just, he never got super, super shredded. But like, look at how balanced that is. Like, there's literally nothing out of place.
No, you're right.
Well, I'll agree. As a career, he's probably more consistently up there.
Yeah.
But that 1 year for Victor,
front double in black and white to the left of that one you just clicked.
This one?
Yeah, like that. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, that's an incredible physique.
That's a
when I started, my Chris was my favorite physique. I was like, because I always thought to myself, this is the ultimate bodybuilding physique, because there's literally not one body part that isn't matched with another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like everything is perfectly balanced.
Very balanced. Yeah.
I mean, look at the fucking insertions here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 10 for Chris.
Cool.
Nice.
We've been on for a while. You guys probably want to go, right?
Well, you want to do like 2 rate your physiques or something, and then we'll
go. Sure. Let me see if I can find them. I hid them
again.
I hid them.
Why? How come we're doing this? I thought it had been shelved.
Well, I decided, look, if you asked, then you're gonna have to take the heat. That's all there is to it. Because I felt bad doing it, because I'm like, people got angry, but I'm like, then I reminded myself that they applied for it.
Yeah.
Oh, the actual people that you critiqued got angry.
Oh, dude, I got a guy. Didn't I tell you this on the podcast?
I was on Bro Chat.
Okay. Yeah, I had a guy. Oh, look at that. Hostile ad came up. I had a guy message me and put a comparison of my side tricep and his side tricep. And he's like, I don't think I'm a 5.5, bro. He's like, I've won titles. And he was talking about some like regional shows or some shit. And I'm like, look, man, I felt bad. So first thing I said to him was, I'm like, dude, look, this isn't scientific. We're looking at Instagram photos. So if you're better than we said, I apologize. But I'm like, secondly, you applied for this. Like, I didn't ask you. I didn't just randomly give you my critique. Like, you asked to be critiqued, and then you didn't like what you heard. So anyway, I kind of shelved it for a minute, because I'm like, man, people are getting fucking angry. But then I was like, you know what? These people all asked. There's like 900 fucking comments here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if people are going to ask, then why not?
Yeah, but so we're going back into 7 weeks ago, are we?
Yeah, this is what is that? Yeah, January 8th.
So some of these people are like, oh, I got away with it, and now we're like, no, you fucking didn't have this.
Where was that? I saw a 6'1", 287. Oh no, yeah. Oh no, we did this guy already. Okay.
Did him.
Okay, who's this? 5'8", 172 now, 198 in off season. Or now he's 198, aiming for classic physique. Okay, let's do this guy. What? He's accounts private.
Private profile.
Why the fuck would you ask then? How the fuck am I going to rate your physique?
Idiot. I'll rate him as retarded. Then you're an idiot.
I mean, in his defense, he could have made it private in the last 7 weeks.
He's still retarded. Doesn't count. Okay. Mm-hmm. Daniel Cook says he's 5'9", 215, classic physique in the UK, either NABA or UK BFF. Okay, so he's 215, 5'9", classic.
Well, I think this is transformation client.
That's not him, yeah.
Thank God. I was going to say that happened to me yesterday. We were doing one.
I'm pretty sure Luke used to coach him.
Okay, we have to be nice.
Try and find stage moves if you can.
Okay, yeah. There's not. I mean, people ask.
I don't think he's competed in a while. From what
I think this is the best we're going to do. Wow,
that's over 2 years ago. Almost 3 years ago.
Well, what the fuck, man? What does he post one picture every fucking month? I mean, I don't know what to judge then. We just have to find someone else.
Yep.
Rate your social media. Terrible.
Right.
Increase it.
Is this him? Shapes of 2020. Who knows? 2021 will bring. This is too small. Fuck this. We're not doing this.
Yeah, no, I can't.
If you want to be rated, post some good photos or fuck off. Okay. Let's see.
Hey, what do you get? Oh no.
What?
No, I'm not okay. I was going to say, why don't you do account let Iain? I was going to say, let Iain rate me.
We did that on the first one.
We did. I think we did. Yeah.
Well, on the first, not you.
Oh, I didn't. Oh
no, we didn't do you. It was me, Iain, and Sergio, and we all rated each other.
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
It wasn't very fun. I didn't like it, so we're not doing that again.
Wait, someone just said about me there. What did they say about grow up?
Well, they said Iain Valliere 1, because I'll be sure to make a big bowl of popcorn if he's going to be. Because they like their shit talk.
Yeah.
Okay, 5'11", 225.
0, 140 pounds. Let's do this guy up one.
It's not going to be anything to rate.
No.
5 foot 140. That's good, man. This guy's huge.
No.
5'11", 225.
Sure. This guy looks good. Oh, this guy's got a nice feet.
Hey, we can
this guy? Is that him?
Yeah.
It looks good.
Oh,
holy shit.
Yeah.
This guy looks really fucking good.
It looks like these quads, man.
I mean, his arm dealt around like fucking small midsection.
This is like one of the best ones we've had on this show.
Yeah, it looks crazy. What?
I'd say he needs. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I'm sure it's not.
I'm calling bullshit. I know exactly what he's done.
What?
Okay, you know when you post a photo, you know the aspect ratio shit?
Oh yeah, it is. It's warped.
He's pulling out the bottom of it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Look at the background.
Yeah.
It's got to be. One sec. Let me see if I can find someone.
No, it is. Yeah, his legs aren't that. His legs are good, but they're not that big.
No. This one he pulled the forward. So, and the other one's he's pulling it back.
Yeah.
This one's pulled forward.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Wait a minute. Let's see.
Yeah, they're all.
I feel like
he's
they're
tilting them. He is. He's tilting them. Yeah. Oh, I might try this on my pictures. Shit. Fucker.
Are we? Oh wait. I hope we're right. Because if we're not,
I mean, either way, the guy's got a good physique. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
But why?
They were tweaked. They were for sure tweaked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because look.
His leg looks.
Yeah, and it's still good, but it's like beforehand. It was like, holy shit, that's a
okay. Well, here's a better one. This looks pretty dead on. Yeah, this is more accurate, I think.
Yeah,
still a really good physique, but yeah, I mean,
no doubt. But the first photos are way different.
Yeah. These quads are insane.
He's got great shoulders.
Yeah, round shoulders, really nice shoulders.
They dominate his chest a little bit. He needs a thicker.
He's got good. Shoulders are one of those body parts, though. I feel like, I don't know, man. Even if they're overly big, it still looks good.
It always looks good, yeah. Shoulders and arms, you can just fucking have them just ridiculous, yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the top. Well, are we gonna just give him a 0 for default? This is so like this is not real.
That's not even the worst one. The worst one was where you can see his socks. The one on the right. The next one is fucking ludicrous.
It looks so awkward.
Yeah.
We gotta be right. This does not look right.
Look at the fence in the back, man. It's easy to tell.
Yeah, I think this is
the fence in the back is like
that's been.
Yeah, but it looks like
the fence.
No, but the fence is going downhill though.
No, but it looks a little too. But
go look at the other photos and look at the fence.
Wait, ignore all of the background. Look at the fucking legs. They're ridiculous. There's no way his legs are that much bigger than he's. No, fucking no.
Maybe he really developed them though.
And how they insert into the waist is just a little weird. Like,
yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, you get a 0 until further notice. You get a 0. That's too bad.
There was like a minute we were on the fucking train there. We
were on the Archie Peter train.
Yeah.
Okay. So far, we have had no luck with this. Let's see. What do we got here? 6'3", 295. Who the fuck is that? This guy's fucking huge.
Yeah.
And he's classic.
He's with HD.
What the fuck? Oh, he's Canadian too.
Yeah, he's with Team HD Muscle too.
Yeah.
Can you
Okay,
go
so
Stage picture.
I don't know. Can't really tell. That's mid
Yeah,
pose.
that's not good. That's not good.
I think he's got a little bit too big of a midsection for classic.
I agree.
Yeah, and his lats don't show like he.
Yeah, either needs to bring those lats way out
Yeah.
or move to bodybuilding, in my opinion.
He looks more like a bodybuilder, man. There's no way I couldn't until he said it, or I saw these photos. I would have never guessed he was classic.
To see that back.
He's classic. He's classic because he's not big enough yet, right?
He's got really nice hamstrings. Really,
look at his fucking legs.
He's
man.
He's a bodybuilder. He's just not there yet.
Yeah.
You see that even on the left and the right. You see the discrepancy though between the hamstrings and the back.
Yeah.
Like the hamstrings look like they belong on Branch Warren.
Yeah.
And the back looks like it's on an amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the leg, those are pro legs, like 100%.
Crazy good legs.
Yeah, those are incredible. Like I'm looking at the fucking quads on the right.
Lat below it.
1 second, I want to go over a bit.
Oh, there. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, his legs are amazing.
You know what's weird? The upper body almost looks better in the left side picture here.
Yeah, I mean
the midsection's got a little thicker.
It looks like the waist got thicker on the right, but the rest of the body
his obliques have got quite a bit thicker.
He's vacuuming it up differently in his obliques have grown for sure. Yeah. There's some more muscularity in the obliques, and then he's vacuuming it up more on the left photo.
This is going to be tough for classic, man. Look, Justin, if you're listening, you have a great physique and a lot of tools. Like if you brought the shoulders and arms and chest up, you could probably overcome the fact that your rib cage is so big. But this is going to be tough for classic. Like it's his rib cage. It's not his waist. Look at his rib cage.
His rib cage. You're right. His actual waist is a good size, but
yeah, his rib cage is just very big.
But from the back,
you can see it. You can see it even in the side. Look at his rib cage. Is kind of like
so a set of lungs in there.
And just,
but even from the back as well, his back is quite up and down. You know, the lats.
Yeah, he needs more lat thickness. When I look at this at first glance, I see very thick legs, a little bit thicker through the waist, and the arms and shoulders just aren't matching up with the rest of the physique.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the back too. So I would say arms, shoulders, and back have to come up pretty dramatically
to match those big ass legs. Yeah.
To match the legs and the waist. Yeah.
You think I'm going to compare him to someone, a good pro who I really like his physique, but the same kind of issue. You know, Joe Seaman has that thicker midsection and had to build his physique out around from it. Yeah. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that.
When I see this, I think of Paco Batista.
It does look a lot like Paco Batista, the shape. You're so right.
It's like because he's got crazy legs, big rib cage.
Very right. I see it.
Paco's arms were never like massive. It just
and the rib cage look is like very similar. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so we're rating as an amateur 1 to 10.
Yeah,
I'm going to give him a 7.2.
I was thinking 7. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, I was going around 7.
Yeah, because there's a lot of potential there. It just needs.
Especially the legs. The legs getting a long way.
Legs. I mean,
yeah, fuck the legs are pro caliber already.
Yeah.
Good job, man. A little bit of tweaking to do. Okay, we'll do one more.
One more.
Fucking 300 pounds, Jesus.
Yeah, he must be tall as shit.
Okay.
6'3".
You know what I noticed, Ian, is guys that have legs like that always weigh more.
Yeah.
Like Ben, when Ben did the Flex Pro, Ben Pekulski, when he did the Flex Pro, he was 283 on stage. You would never guess that, but it's all his legs.
I mean, same with Antoine. Antoine's always fucking so heavy, you know.
Antoine's really heavy too, yeah. And he's got massive legs. 6'1", 252. Contest weight was 197. Classic. Moving into bodybuilding. This would be interesting. 6'1", 252. These are his classic photos, I guess. So
find stage shots. Keep going.
Is this now?
5 days post show.
Why is this 71? What is this? October. This is 2019.
Oh, what the fuck?
He's got nothing recent. Yeah, we can't rate it for no.
No, it's not. There's not enough here.
This is October 2nd. Yeah. Why would you ask to be rated if you don't post anything?
Post more.
Post more. Let's do one up here. Please rate mine. I'm 6'1", and weights are stated in all pics of what I was at the time. Currently, I'm starting my off season at 199. All right, let's see what James' pad is like. Okay.
I mean, he needs a lot more muscle in his upper body, chest especially, for sure. Chest is definitely the most glaring weakness. He's got a very tiny little waist. Legs have some good muscle on them, but that chest is just a huge glaring weakness for sure.
I don't think the upper body matches the legs at all.
No, it doesn't. No.
Back has good insertion points.
The back's not terrible.
Yeah.
Needs a little more thickness in the upper back and stuff for sure, but I mean, it's
Triceps actually look good from back here too.
yeah. Yeah, his chest is absolutely the thing that needs to come up the most. Let's go back. Is there more pictures?
Is it the way he's posing? No.
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 Yeah, no. His chest needs to be thicker. His waist is fucking.
See, look,
tiny.
look at his tricep on the side tricep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like I could see from the
Good
back.
triceps, really good quads, tiny waist.
So I see chest and shoulders as a glaring.
There's
Like if
good
you,
potential in the shape for this physique, but yeah, chest and shoulders, like that upper shelf is what needs to come up.
this is right here. The delt looks empty.
Yeah, just shoulder, like right
Yeah.
across the top, shoulder, delt,
Yeah.
upper back, like all just thick around the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. He's made good progress though. This is previous. I mean, he's definitely doing something right. The triceps look thicker. The back looks thicker.
Yeah.
Should work on upper back a little bit too, man. Like try and do some shrugs like this. These are empty up here.
Yeah, that's why I said upper back needs to come up a bit. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. This is 185, 3 weeks out for my first. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, so I think this is stage shots. Yeah, the chest
His
is,
really nice.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so what are we saying out of 10 amateur classic?
I mean, he looks like a young kid with potential, but I'm going to rate exactly what's in front of me. I'm going to give him like a 4.5.
Yeah.
I was in the 5.5 area.
I was going 4.
I'm gonna give him 5.5 based on structure.
Yeah, the structure's great. I mean, his quads are good. Just that upper bit needs to come up quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Beauty.
All right, boys. Been a while. We're gonna go.
Yeah. We'll
Thank
see
you,
ya.
gentlemen. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.